Live at CollectCo for Saturday night's live Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, welcome, welcome, welcome. Alrighty, let's get this shared in the proper places. Craig and Carlene, our first viewers. How do y'all do that so consistently? Not only are y'all first viewers, but you're the first commenters. Kelly Bagwell, Jeffrey Walker, Joseph Felicetti. Alright, let me hit. Alright, let me get this shared to the group. There's a whole lot of records. Let's get it shared. Let's get it shared there, and let's get it shared. Okay. Let's copy that link. Go back to that page. Copying and pasting links. What would we do without links? I don't know. Good question. Live now. I need to ask Tanner what's really going on with those. If they're for sale, we can show them here in a minute. But he gets up here, ask them. Let me find tonight's. There's tonight's preview. Okay, now just the YouTube link is next. There's a stack of putbacks on the counter. They were in that cubby. I just asked Seth to ask you. I don't know if they're. Yeah, if those are good to resell, then I'll add them to this other. I'll keep adding them to this bin as I thin it down. So. All right. Story. Let's see here. Use this. Link. I'm almost done sharing, everybody. Then I'll start talking like I normally do. Live now. All right, it's been a huge week for CollectCo. Let me get my chat pulled up though first before I start talking so I can see what y'all are saying. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, it's been a huge week for CollectCo. Let's see. We've bought 2 collections this week. You'll be hearing me say Madison a lot, and you'll be hearing me say Myrtle Beach or probably South Carolina. That rolls off a little bit better. South Carolina collection. So let me grab my Arsenal pills. Even though they really have nothing to do with fat burning, they do give you a lot of energy. Probably if you were actually working out and dieting right, they probably would help. But I wouldn't even have to have them, Tanner? Yeah. Oh, really? Well, I don't. Oh, really? Well, last night I had 3 bowls of cereal while I was watching the coronation of King Charles, so that's probably not a good diet. I had a bowl of Cocoa Crisp, then I did some Honey Nut Cheerios, then I wrapped it up and did a little bit more Cocoa Crisp. So, but right before I did that, I had left the gym and I was watching I probably walked 3.5 miles or more, maybe 4. But all that cereal is like, Honey Nut Cheerios counts as health food. See, that's my thing. So really last night I only had 2 bowls of cereal. The Cocoa Crisps don't count, or whatever they're called. The thing that makes the milk chocolatey. I mean, that's the perfect invention. Not only do you get cereal, but you get chocolate milk to drink at the end. Deadly. All right, what did I do with my phone? There it is. Thank you, Tanner. All right, so we bought 2 collections. Tonight, we don't have, per se, so many new arrivals, much more than some recaps. We're going to go through some vintage like I think we did on Tuesday night. I think y'all remember that. We kind of went to the back and went through a lot of crates. That was really fun, stuff we hadn't seen in months. It's all on sale if you want it to be. It's called Buy Now Best Offer. But I do have new stuff here. I do have putbacks, which is always like new stuff. So putbacks, new stuff, all kinds of... It's going to be a great show as usual. Last show of the week, so make sure, like, if you've had your eye on a copy of Motley Crue Shout at the Devil, and you're like, you know what, I better go ahead and get that on this week's order so I can save on my $7 combined shipping, just in case that's the only thing I buy next week, and then I only have to pay $7. Again, you can go ahead and get it on this week. So last week, is you'll see right here at the end tonight, people will be like, go ahead and give me that, 2 of those, give me 3 of these, and we'll see that a little bit later tonight, especially when we're going through some half off. Here's some new 180 gram stuff, new used, 180 gram. Let's go through this right now. First, though, Joseph Felicetti wants Pulp Fiction from the other night. Let me figure out what band that is, unless I've already sold it. Jared Benoit, I think I will make sure you've got suicidal tendencies because I think he was on a waiting list. And I hope that I have a Pulp Fiction left. We might have sold that, Joseph. I may have to put you on a waiting list because I don't see it over here with the newest new stuff. So let me just, if I run across it when I'm going through some bins here in a minute, it's yours. Okay. New used stuff. Let's go through this right now. Led Zeppelin 4 is $24.99. This is 180 gram US Jimmy Page remaster. It is like new condition. These are used 180 gram LPs. That is $24.99. That's sold to Dan Triaga. Next is Tyler, the Creator. Tyler, the Creator, Call Me If You Get Lost. $24.99 for Tyler, the Creator. Call Me If You Get Lost. That is $24.99. Black vinyl, 2 LP. Dan Triaga got Led Zeppelin. Ron Stoltz was second. Cameron Nance was third. Leonard Skinner's Greatest Hits, $19.99. Leonard Skinner's Greatest Hits. 180 gram, new, used, but near mint. Sold to Calvin Ward, $19.99. Calvin Ward got Leonard Skinner. Van Halen 2 is $24.99. Van Halen 2, 180 gram remaster, $24.99. Kevin Doxey, you were second to Leonard Skinner. Dan Triaga, first to Led Zeppelin. Craig Johnson was second. Voices of Classic Rock, all original remastered recordings. This is a Walmart exclusive. Walmart exclusive on this gray smoke colored vinyl. That is $16.99. Free 38 special, Grand Funk, Billy Squire, Donnie Iris, James Gang. That's sold to Cameron Nance. I'm going to show these at the same time. We got Guardians of the Galaxy, Awesome Mix Volume 1, and Awesome Mix Volume 2 picture disc. These are $16.99 each. $16.99 each. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Those are $16.99 each. Awesome Mix Volume 1 and 2. Great music. Volume 3, the new Guardians of the Galaxy. High reviews. Jason Isbell and the 400 unit. Jason Isbell, $16.99, live at Twist and Shout, November 16th, 2007. Jason Isbell, that is $16.99. Ivan wants the Guardians. Ivan, I'm assuming you want both of them. Let me know if that's not right. We have Jason Isbell going to Jason Fornerat. Francis wants both of the Galaxies. If Ivan doesn't, and Kelly Bagwell, you were second on Isbell. WVU Mounties, you were second. Death, non-analog on-stage series, Montreal, 1995. Death is $19.99. Ivan did want both of them. Post Malone, $24.99. Post Malone's on sky blue vinyl. 12 karat toothache. Post Malone is $24.99. Jim Engelman gets Death. Sean Fairweather, you were second. Post Malone, $24.99. I've never had that one. And Stone Temple Pilots Core, 180 gram, black vinyl. Very nice, near mint, but used, $24.99. $24.99. All right, so that was a stack of vinyl going to new homes. Those are all sold. Let me go through those one more time. We got Stone Temple Pilots Core, $24.99. Post Malone is $24.99. And Tyler, the Creator, is $24.99. Tyler, the Creator. Those are all $24.99. 180 gram, new pressings, but used. It was some trade-in we got in. They've been behind the counter for a week or two. I just saw them. I was like, well, here's a stack of stuff that needs to go to new homes. Okay, let's go through some putbacks. Let me go through some putbacks. Actually, I got a stack here that didn't fit into the crate. So let me go through these first. I've got a stack of putbacks here. Let me go through these first. These are putbacks, non-payments, canceled orders, stuff that got accidentally tagged and we couldn't find the rightful owner, etc., that I missed the Japanese stuff. No, we just got started. We'll be auctioning Japanese stuff for the next 4 hours. So just buckle up. There'll be a lot. All right, we have Rush Permanent Waves, 180 gram. This is new and sealed. Rush, $39.99. Permanent Waves, new and sealed. Some of these are put back. Some of them are non-payments. J. Giles Band, The Morning After. The J. Giles Band is $49.99. This is a MoFi pressing. $49.99. J. Giles, The Morning After. That's sold to John Leal. That's new and sealed MoFi. John Leal, that goes to you. Black Crows, Amorica. Black Crows is $44.99. That's a 2LP. Also new and sealed. Dixie Chicks Fly is $38.99. Dixie Chicks Fly is $38.99. That is a 2LP. And Blue Oyster Cult live at the Rock of Ages Festival, July 30th, 2016. BOC is $36.99. BOC is $36.99. Is Post Malone a 2LP? Yes, Brittany, Post is a 2LP on blue vinyl, $24.99. George Ellis with BC. I'm assuming that's for Black Crows, George. Let me know if that's right. George Ellis on Black Crows. Let me know if that's right. Those are all putbacks too? Okay. So, tracks on BOC, Great Live BOC, and I got someone's Led Zeppelin that tagged me. I didn't order. Okay, we'll just send us a message on that. Anytime you get something that you're not supposed to, just send us a message and we'll figure out where it's supposed to go. Make sure it gets back to us or make sure it gets back to the right person. Okay, otherwise, no one has said they're missing a Led Zeppelin though, so I don't know. You never know. You never know. Okay. Let's see. Let me figure out did I miss any other claims in there? I don't think I did. Okay, now I've got a whole nother crate of putbacks here. As usual, the first 30 minutes of the show, always loaded with questions. I try to answer as many as I can. Audio Slave is $59.99. Audio Slave is 2LP. These are all putbacks and non-payments. Audio Slave is $59.99. This is the Templars, Dawn's Less, Catacombs, something. That is, I think that was something we auctioned. I don't remember for how much. We might have to put it back up for auction. Templars, I have no idea. Has no sticky on it whatsoever. I don't remember auctioning that though. I'll say $29.99. $29.99. Santana 3, a MoFi pressing, $36.99. $36.99. Mitchell says he'll take BOC Live. BOC Live, that was right back here. BOC Live to Mitchell Thomas. That's sold to Mitchell. Mike Massey said he'll take the Templars at $29.99, I'm assuming, if you're good with that. And John Leal wants the Santana. John Leal wants the Santana. Dixie Chicks, so here's what's left in that other stack. Dixie Chicks, $38.99. Rush is $39.99. Those are both new. And then we have Tyler, the Creator, Post Malone, and Stone Temple Pilots in that last crate. Okay, Warrant, Dog Eat Dog. Warrant is $44.99. Limited to number 2,500. Get ready to see lots of Warrants and Soundgardens, the ones we sell hundreds of copies of. There's always dozens of putbacks. People cancel. They use the old saying that their girlfriend bought it for them. You know, y'all know what happens. So there's a lot of Warrants in here. Again, I think we canceled more Warrants than we sold. Cherry Pie, cherry colored vinyl, $44.99. Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of the Moon is $39.99. Live at Wembley, 1974, $39.99. Is the Kentucky Derby on my bucket list? Not really. I mean, I would like to go, but not something that, I don't know if I've ever watched a horse race. I mean, I watched the finish, the last 10 seconds. Seems like a lot to go to just for like one little blip of excitement. Soundgarden, down on the upside, $39.99. Soundgarden is $39.99. We've got 3 of those in here. Down on the upside, $39.99. Zach Bryan, American Heartbreak. We need to tag one for Cody O'Neill. I've got more in the bin. I'll go ahead, and if anybody else wants one, we just sold one through the group. So that's Zach Bryan, American Heartache, 3 LP. Tag one to Cody O'Neill. He's new in the group. He saw a post from before. Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band, Trouble is 25. That's limited to 1,000. 2 LP, cream vinyl, $34.99. Rush, All the World's a Stage, $49.99. Rush, All the World's a Stage, $49.99. John Mayall, Notice to Appear. This is the first vintage LP in the crate. That's EX 1999. EX 1999, and that is a white label promo. Kelly Bagwell wants the Kenny Wayne Shepherd. That's sold to Kenny Bagwell. Let me go ahead and start some of the Japanese auctions for tonight. I'm just getting started with a putback bin. I got some Japanese LPs right over here. Some that you probably seen featured on Facebook just a moment ago. So let me go ahead and get started with E.T. and Grand Funk Railroad. We'll get started. That was 2. I'll probably do all the stuff that was on Facebook first from what I could remember. So, E.T., music from the original motion picture soundtrack. E.T. has a tear in the obi right up here. This is the only flaw. See that one little tear right there? Only flaw on the record. E.T., the Extraterrestrial, music by John Williams. That is a $45 start. Pristine, $45 start. Has the book with it. Kind of a flip open. $45 start. Very nice cover of Obi. E.T.'s a $45 start. Next is Grand Funk Railroad. This is Mark, Don, and Mel. Grand Funk Golden Disc. So it's a Grand Funk compilation. I think you've probably seen the U.S. version of that before. Mark, Don, and Mel. This is like a textured cover with this photo pasted on the front. It's got 2 Obies on it. This is also a $45 start. This is really cool packaging here. Very nice. Gatefold. It's got like this flip here that it's kind of this textured part that's wrapped around the cover. Has a Japanese booklet with it. 2 inner sleeves, which look like newspaper articles. And then 2 LPs that are near mint and pristine. 2 LPs that are near mint and pristine. Those are a $45 start. $45 start. All right, so those are our first 2 Japanese auctions. Metallica, 72 seasons, $39.99 for Metallica, 72 seasons. More Audio Slave, $59.99. King's X, Gretchen Goes to Nebraska, $44.99. King's X, Gretchen Goes to Nebraska. Limited edition, 1,500 individual number copies on gold vinyl. This was a putback, $44.99. His girlfriend surprised him with it. And I was like, wow. $59.99, Audio Slave, Out of Exile. $59.99 for Audio Slave, Out of Exile. Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance, $28.99. And the Stones, the Rolling Stones, Let It Bleed. $36.99 for the Rolling Stones, Let It Bleed. Wayne Heat's going to get the King's X. Sell that to Wayne Heat. Is Metallica black or purple? Metallica is definitely black. So far, all 30 people have paid for their purple vinyl. We've been monitoring them just in case one pops up. But I think everybody that's... we sold the purples for, of course, $39.99. They're selling for $60, $78. Everybody paid for them for sure. Everybody paid for them for sure. And then the White Stripes Elephant. The White Stripes Elephant, $49.99. Andy Wade wants the Judas Priest. That's $28.99. Sell that to Andy Wade. Japanese pressings by Japanese artists. We can get those. Don't know what to get. Yeah, we're open for suggestions. There's a couple, of course, like Japanese metal bands we know. But, yeah, I really don't know enough about the Japanese music to know what to order or what people's looking for. We really just stick with, like, the U.S. pressings that are unique, like this that we don't see, or high-grade U.S. Japanese versions, like E.T. or the Led Zeppelins we're going to sell later, Van Halen. So that's what I'm just open for maybe a list. Scott Fairchild on Rolling Stones. Taylor Swift will definitely be posted for a pre-order. Triple LP purple vinyl, just fair warning, it probably won't be cheap. It'll be $50 or $60, but we'll be posting that. But yeah, Aaron, just maybe send our Facebook page a message if you got a list or maybe 5 or 10 suggestions. We can look. I just realized that I need to get a passport if I am going to go to Japan, which is like a long wait now. So I've been like, yeah, I'm going to go to Japan, and then I've realized that it's going to take like months just to get a passport. So I started working on that last night. Sublime, yellow vinyl, $39.99. I think Tanner told me about a month ago I should already got my passport, right, Tanner? Tanner told me a month ago. You need to get started on that. Yeah. $39.99. Sublime, $5 at the door. Indie exclusive yellow vinyl. I don't think we can get those anymore. The Indie exclusive, that was a pre-order. Then we sold out. Sublime is $39.99. Well, let's put all these audio slaves together. We got 4 audio slaves, $59.99. 4 audio slaves out of exile. They're all together. Make sure I didn't miss any claims in there. By the way, these first 2 auctions, we're looking for $45 starts. E.T. and Grand Funk. If they don't get a bid, we'll make them a buy it now. And trust me, there was all last night. We did dozens and dozens of auctions. There was only one thing that did not sell. And I think we ended up making a deal on it at the very last second. So, final call on these. We got the Priest. We got Rolling Stones. I'll definitely tag the Taylor Swift, Pacific Breeze Comps, Light in the Attic, 70s and 80s artist. Okay. So is that something newer? Is that like a newer Japanese pressing? Let's see. Yes, the Ghost EP was supposed to go up today, and I posted some other stuff instead. The White Stripes price. The White Stripes is $49.99. That's a 20th anniversary limited edition colored vinyl. White Stripes Elephant, $49.99. But yes, I will be posting the pre-order for Ghost. And let's see here. Deanne, Zach Bryan, $29.99 for Zach Bryan, Deanne. Warrant, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich, $44.99. This was put up for auction, and I think it was not paid for or something happened, so I got to run this one again. That for sure was an auction. Let me go ahead and end these first Japanese pressings. If anybody wants these, they're $45 buy it nows. E.T. and Grand Funk is also a $45 buy it now. So E.T., the Extraterrestrial, music by John Williams. Very nice top copy there, complete with the inserts. That's a $45 buy it now. And Grand Funk Railroad, Mark, Don, and Mel. Where's Mark Capelliner at? He usually buys their stuff. Jeff Johnson's going to get the ET. That's $45 to Jeff Johnson. Let's go ahead and get the Runaways picture disc started. I think last time I started it for $1. One more time. $1 start. I don't know what happened with that the last time. So $1 start on the Runaways. Might have been a putback, or there was confusion, or we tagged the wrong person. I don't know, but it's up for auction again. Grand Funk, awesome compilation there. That's up for auction. We got a Japanese Runaways to put up too. By the way, our Japanese stuff, this Grand Funk, just so everybody knows, this is not new. Once again, somebody commented on the hot post and asked, are these originals? I know these Japanese pressings are so pristine and they're so amazing looking. These are original pressings. Now, like I said, I don't want anybody to get confused. These are not new pressings. Now, I also don't want anybody to think sometimes they're not first pressings. Well, there are Japanese reissues, but these are not from like 2022 or 2023. This is from probably the early 70s. They're just so immaculate, so pristine. Just to clear up that confusion one more time. The Runaways here is a picture disc. I think this is an import. This is our next auction. This is the one that was really weird. It looks like black vinyl on one side, and it's a picture disc on the other. It was so odd. I'd never seen that before. It looks like vinyl on one side and picture disc on the other. We got two bidders tied at 16 right now, and that's up for bid. I'll grab a new Japanese pressing as well. Grand Funk was a $45 buy now. There is another Audio Slave. We got plenty of those all of a sudden. I don't need to order any more. The Outlaws was in a half off bin, so this is only 10 bucks. 10 bucks, that was in a half off bin. Rush, Exit Stage Left, that's new and sealed for $49.99. And Charlie Rich, Best of Sons Charlie Rich, that was also in a half off bin, non-payment or put back. That is sealed, unopened, that is $10. And this is sealed. It's from 1985. It's an OG, $129.99. That's The Cure, The Head on the Door. The Cure, The Head on the Door. That's sealed, original, $129.99. I think somebody claimed that and then wanted to put it back. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. I think that's what happened. Most of these, that's what I assume happens. But okay, next Japanese auction is going to be a $25 start. $25 start for Earth, Wind, and Fire, all in all. Earth, Wind, and Fire, all in all. This is a $25 start. EX on the vinyl. So just a tick from being our normal, near mint, and pristine Japanese pressing. That's called Earth, Wind, and Fire, all in all. It has a Japanese lyric insert here. And very nice gatefold with Obi. We got a $25 bid on that already with Jeff McIntosh. Ken Highstand is at 21 on the Runaways. Jason F. does want the Cure. That's so did Jason Fortnerat. The sealed Cure. I figured somebody would grab that again. Next is Humphreys McGee. Let me clarify the price on this. This is $174.99. The person who claimed it thought I said 74. This is $174.99. $175. 175 decimal. That's what's going on. This is Humphreys McGee Hall of Fame class of 2011. Black and green split vinyl. 2012 green and black split vinyl. That's $174.99. Just to make that clear. Smashing Pumpkins Adore, $49.99. $49.99 on Smashing Pumpkins Adore. Shel Silverstein, Freakin' at the Freakers Ball. That's an EX copy for $34.99. That's an EX copy for $34.99. Shel Silverstein. I don't think that was a putback. I think what it was is I knew somebody was looking for that, and then I didn't write it down, and guess what? I forgot who was looking for it. So I think this was a special order from when maybe Josh was here, and I don't know who special ordered them. So I just wanted to bring them out tonight. They're $26.99. Ali Venable? That's way off. Venable. Venable, maybe? Yeah. $26.99. I think the first time I said that, I really butchered it. We have, this is sealed. Keith Whitley, $149.99. Keith Whitley, $149.99. It's like that Instagram reel I saw last night where they said Barnes and Noble. I was like, wow, that's something I would say. I think Scott Smith wants one for sure. And Brian Hummel says, that's mine. Okay. I never got it. Okay. Did you pay for it and never got it? Or did you never get it on your invoice? Because didn't get on his invoice. Okay. Because that's something I think probably you messaged the page, and we had some pre-orders when Josh was still here, and we don't know. Yeah, so we didn't have them wrote down like we should have. Okay, so those are sold to Scott Smith and Brian. There they are. And Troy Robinson, if you're listening, I found a few things of yours too that have to be yours. Mariah Carey and something else. Yeah, Keith Whitley is sealed, $149.99. I wonder, do you think of me? $149.99. Okay, update on our auctions. We have Earth, Wind, and Fire. Earth, Wind, and Fire is at 27 with Calvin Ward. Earth, Wind, and Fire is at 27. Somebody asked about the picture disc being a promo. I don't think so. No, it doesn't say anything about being a promo. Runaways is now at 38. Y'all are almost what it brought the first time we auctioned it. All right, back to the putback bin. Kobe Keith. I need to get slapped tonight. Toby Keith. Should have been a cowboy, the 25th anniversary edition, $28.99. Brett Michaels, a Salute to Poison, $34.99. I usually get rough on Saturdays. I've done this 6 nights in a row. My brain starts to get really bad on Saturdays. That's why I usually really stock up on the caffeine, because after 6 nights in a row, the names and the titles start getting all crossed. Dennis Nelson on Toby Keith. Ken Highstands at 42 on the Runaways. Gin Blossoms is $33.99. John Corral, how much was Rush? John, I see your profile picture. You're in luck if you're wanting some Rush. We got a bunch. Exit Stage Left is $49.99. We also got All the Worlds of Stage, and we have pretty much most of the other Rush discography before Hold Your Fire. Before Hold Your Fire. Warrant is this the one the numbered? This is a numbered one. Warrant, Dog Eat Dog, $44.99. Boy, look at that number. Number 38. Number 38 on that one. Mark Jacobs wants a Gin Blossoms. Sell that to Mark Jacobs. Those are $33.99. Rush is $49.99. So Exit Stage Left is $49.99. Did I have another one in here? I had All the Worlds of Stage. Those are $49.99. And then I just have to run through them. The others are $36 and $39.99. All the studio albums. Hold Your Fire, Hemispheres. Of course, we had Permanent Waves in here. Daniel Reynosa is first on Warrant. Give that to Daniel. That's $44.99. Make sure that's a different sticker on that one. Make sure that one's $44.99 though. Did somebody claim Brett Michaels, or am I dreaming? I think I'm dreaming. Yeah, Daniel, if you're a first-time buyer, thank you and welcome. We had several first-time buyers last night. Make sure you message our page if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, we're about to post a link. It's called shopcollectco.com/contact. We'll post that though, so you can click on it. It's a form that you fill out where you can send us your information, and we invoice on Sundays and Mondays. There's the link. So this ships for $7. Tonight's the last night. Tonight's the last night to get in on to add to your order. Thank you, Tanner. Boy, my brain is not working tonight. Ken Hindstand is at 42 on Runaways. I'm going to have to open up a new Sprite or something. Doc Smith is at 30 on Earth, Wind, and Fire. Doc Smith is at 30 on Earth, Wind, and Fire. Tanner's been gone for 2 days, so he's back. And I guess it's just, I don't know. Maybe you should go back away, Tanner. Tanner, just go ahead and leave. Warrant, what do we have here? Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich, $44.99. So Daniel, thank you. Welcome to CollectCo. We sell thousands of records all over the world, and we sell 90% of them right here every week on Facebook and YouTube Live. So welcome. I hope you stay around for a while. Fastway is $44.99. Great week to find us. We've just bought 2 collections. I'm leaving. I'm catching a plane at 10 o'clock in the morning, going to Wisconsin to look at another one of the bigger collections I've looked at in a long time. So, boy, just everybody be on standby. I may go live when I go up there just to let y'all take a look around at what I'm doing. And there's another Warrant. Of course, a lot of putbacks on those. And Soundgarden down on the upside, that is $38.99. Old School and Open a Monster. I don't even know if I may have a V8 in the fridge. I opened up a V8 the other night like at 1 a.m. and it kept me up. I mean, I didn't go to bed till like 11 the next morning. It was bad. I mean, my legs were shaking. I was really full of energy. All right, we can go ahead and sell the Earth, Wind, and Fire to Doc for $30. No other bids on that, but no one said out. And then Ken Hines stands at 45 on the Runaways. David says he's finally out. So Ken is one of our biggest Runaways buyers. He's going to probably buy that for 45 unless somebody outbids him. In the meantime, let's put up a Japanese Billy Joel that I hadn't seen in a while. This one's also EX. It's just going to start for $25. EX means it's just a hair from being near mint and pristine. But I haven't had a copy of Songs in the Attic in a while, which is a live Billy Joel. You're going to be very happy with this one. There's the lyric insert, Japanese booklet. We also have the original inner sleeve, or no, that's another booklet or poster. That's the original inner sleeve, just kind of sideways. And we have another Japanese insert there. Dwayne is in on the Runaways at 46. Gatefold, it does have a little bit of the humidity aging spots on it. Very common with Japanese pressings. Must be something about the moisture or stuff on there. So that's a $25 start. $25 start. Never believe Warrant still got this. Oh, yeah, Warrant. That's our #1 seller still. I know we've had a bunch of putbacks, but we've sold more Warrants than anything ever, for sure. Okay. We have Chris DiLorenzo at 25 on the Billy Joel. Here's our first bin of the night, which is all putbacks, cancellations, mistagged records, mysterious records. The majority of tonight's show is going to be going through bins, buy it now, best offer, Japanese auctions, and then we're going to go through some new vinyl that's a recap from this week. And I got more putbacks. We're going to go through some high-end bins too, all of our high-end stuff, $35 and up, $35 and up, and buy it now, best offer on those. So one more time, we have Audio Slave. For some reason I can't, oh, that's why I was like, what's in here blocking these? There's a marker. I was like, there's something not making these stand up straight. It's a dry erase marker. What's that doing in there? Okay. Let's see here. Billy Joel. Any new vinyl auctions? Probably we'll auction some stuff out of the high-end bins like we had before. But I really don't have a lot of new arrivals to show you. I did a little stack and I got some more over here. But we'll start with all the new stuff from Madison and South Carolina. Those will be promoted for auctions and sales starting Monday. Okay, Runaways is still getting bid. And here we go. So we have Audio Slave, Warrant, Pink Floyd, Soundgarden, John Mayall, Metallica, Sublime, Audio Slave, White Stripes Elephant, that is colored vinyl, Zach Bryan Deanne, Warrant, Outlaws, Charlie Rich, Rush, Exit Stage Left, Rush, All the World's a Stage, Humphreys McGee, The Drifters, Smashing Pumpkins, Shel Silverstein, Keith Whitley, Bret Michaels, Warrant, Fastway, Warrant, Soundgarden. All right, and Dwayne's at 51 on the Runaways. Chris DiLorenzo's at 30 on Billy Joel. Ken is out on the Runaways. Which Humphrey McGee's is that? Chris Kirkley wants Zach. That's Zach Bryan Deanne. Sell that to Chris Kirkley. Tracks on Charlie Rich. That was Best of Charlie Rich Son. I know it has Lonely Weekends on it. Give me 1 second on that. Let's Craig post it. And the Humphrey McGee was Live Hall of Fame 2011. Humphrey McGee's Hall of Fame class of 2011. $174.99. 174. That's why it was a putback. Somebody thought I said 74. $174.99. 2012 green and black vinyl. Keith Whitley was $149.99. I don't think this was a putback. It just got mixed in with the other stuff. No one ever bought this originally, I don't think. And that is $149.99. John Leal wants Rush, All the World's a Stage. If anybody else wants one, I do have more for our other customer who inquired. Looked like he was a Rush fan. I've got a lot of Rush, and I would love to sell you one. What's the link to sign up? We need to post that link again. If there's a way you can post it on YouTube, he can click on it. Okay, it does send it to both? I didn't know that. Okay, there it is. It's shopcollectco.com/contact. You can click on that. Go ahead and fill that out so you don't lose it. And you don't want to lose that, because otherwise we won't be able to sell you. We won't be able to sell anything to you. Okay. I've got another putback bin here. Let's go through this. She said sold on Charlie Rich. All right. Son's Charlie Rich. And that was half off, which was $10. $10 is the sale price. Dave Plunkett, can y'all see me? I can see you. I got another small bin here of putbacks. Let me go through these. Another small bin of putbacks. The Runaways is sold to Dwayne Sevilla. That's sold to Dwayne Sevilla for $51, and Chris DiLorenzo gets the Billy Joe for $30. Let me grab two new auctions. Those are sold and sold. First, we got Dio Magica, $39.99. Dio Magica is new and sealed. Next, two Japanese auctions. We might go ahead and do the other Runaways while the Runaways buyers is on. And, boy, this is an odd-looking Doobie Brothers. What do we have here? Some kind of compilation. China Grove, Long Train. This looks interesting. Definitely a Japanese-only release. So, we have the Runaways, self-titled. Let's check the condition on this one. I don't think it's absolutely pristine. It has a mark on side.
It's like a rub.
Right there.
Well, maybe fine. Just around.
Okay. So I guess what it is the yeah, I see what you're saying. It looks like I think it's just the way the light more so is hitting the grooves. The grooves look kind of just different. I don't know. That's how a lot of these Japanese pressings look. Yeah, Seth just took it right out of my hand. I see what he's talking about here. It's like a smudge. Yeah, it's kind of odd looking. Nothing you can feel. Guess we should have test played it right quick. So here's what we'll do. To me, at first glance, this record looks A-okay. I don't know if y'all can see all the other details of it. It looks A-okay to me. What we'll do is, when the sale's over tonight, we'll drop the needle and listen. We might listen to the whole side, but definitely this track, see this like smudge right here? And they won't really like come out. It looks like maybe like an impurity in the vinyl, which I've seen that before, and it usually don't affect playback. But just so you know that's there, if we play it and there's something totally wrong with it, I'll let the winning bidder know. So how about this? You buy it as if it's EX, because that would normally probably be EX just with an asterisk next to it. And we'll start this at $55. Does have the Obi with it. Gatefold, everything else looks very nice. About a VG Plus cover, very, very light, signs of shelf wear, and then has like a smudge in the vinyl, which won't come out, or it's there. Okay, Doobie Brothers is a $25 start. This looks like a compilation. I mean, China Grove, Long Train Running, Take It to the Street, Listen to the Music, Jesus Is Just All Right. Just no Obi, and I've never seen this cover before. That's a $25 start. Doobie Brothers, this is a Japanese pressing. That is a Japanese pressing, 25. Looks like a Japanese-only type cover, for sure. So 55 and 25 on those. Savatage, The Wake of Magellan, $44.99 with lenticular cover. We got some stuff that was on half-off night, so I still got the half-off price tagged. Chet Atkins was $4.99. That is the on-sale price. Blood Rock Passage, $19.99. Blood Rock Passage, $19.99. System of a Down, Toxicity, System of a Down, $28.99. Stage Dolls is $6.49. Stage Dolls Commandos, $6.49 on that. Overkill, The Electric Age, $29.99. Overkill, The Electric Age. First time on vinyl, Neon Green. Only copy I have of that. Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards, $19.99. Let's see if this was in a half off bin. So this will be $10. Uriah Heep would be $10. Ryan is at 55 on the Runaways. Autumn Betts is in on System of a Down. That's sold to Autumn Betts. Shelby Hurt, you're second. So Ryan's at 55 on the Runaways. Jared Benoit gets Uriah Heep, and that was for $10. Sell that to Jared Benoit. Any Which Way You Can. That is $12.50. Music from the soundtrack. This is $14.99. This was sticker. The promo A&M's pre-release sampler. A&M's pre-release sampler. That's $14.99. LA Guns, live in Toronto, red and blue vinyl, $44.99. Terry Westwood wants the Any Which Way You Can. That's at $12.49. Chris DeMoss wants the A&M 4Play. That's sold to Chris DeMoss. That's sticker. Tracy Yothers at 26 on the Doobie Brothers. Runaways is at 55. Ken or anybody else, if you want to bid, now's the time before I do a final call on these. And final call on the Doobie Brothers at 26. Robert Plant, Osaka. Robert Plant, Osaka, 1984. I was sold out of these, and actually I just ordered more because I realized I did the pre-order and I never did really show them live. But this is a live Robert Plant unofficial, $44.99, Osaka, and I do have more on the way. This is the only one I can sell tonight, but I do have more on the way. John Lill wants Robert Plant. The Shel Silverstein, Rob, was EX, $34.99. Paul Brothers is at 55 on the Runaways. I've already got 55 with Ryan Anderson. Jared McLaughlin wants the Stage Dolls, and that was the $6.49 price that's stickered there. Jackson Brown, Running on Empty. This is $14.99. Does the Runaways have the inserts and stickers? No inserts and stickers. And once again, I don't know if this Runaways album came with an insert, Sean. There's one we put up one night, and I was like, well, I guess they don't have an insert. And somebody's like, it didn't come with one. And I don't know if it's that one or the other one. Yeah, the liner notes, possibly what you have here on the gatefold. So yeah, I don't know if this one came with an insert. Paul Brothers is at 60. Craig Johnson wants Jackson Brown. That's sold to Craig Johnson. You're a Big Boy Now, the Lovin' Spoonful. This was $19.99. It is sealed, unopened. Lovin' Spoonful, $19.99. Uriah Heep is $7. That was what we sold it for. That was actually more than half off. That was a deal we made, I guess, with somebody. So if anybody wants that, it's in shrink wrap. Nice copy, $7. Dixie Dregs is $7.49. And Rush Power Windows, Putback, $36.99. Rush Power Windows. Ryan's out on the Runaways. We can go ahead and sell the Doobie Brothers for $26 with Tracy Yother. And as soon as that happened, Jackie Reynolds bid $27. Doobie Brothers is already sold, $26. Chris Gleason gets the Dregs. That was at $7.49. And Paul Brothers has the Runaways for $60. And that's going once, going twice now, because Ryan says he's out. So going once, going twice. And I'm still not 100% positive this came with inserts. Derek Clark is in on the Uriah Heep, which was for $7. So here's what's left in here. Rush, Lovin' Spoonful was sealed. LA Guns, Overkill, Blood Rock Passage. Chet Atkins was $5. Sabotage and Dio Magica, $39.99. Those are all some putbacks, and we went through another bin earlier. Now let's go through. Let me see if I find that other bin. Let's see here. Tracy Yother. Jackie can have the other DB. What was that? Is that what Tracy just got? Okay, so Tracy, are you passing on the Doobie Brothers auction? Is that what's going on there? Just so we can clarify that. And then David Plunkett offered $125 for Keith Whitley. Let's see here. What else did I miss? Craig Johnson wants Power Windows. Discog says the Runaways did not come with inserts. That's what I thought. I think you're thinking about a different release, Sean Kelly. So let's see here. Okay, so Tracy says she'll pass on the Doobie Brothers auction, so give that to Jackie Reynolds then. Let me pull Power Windows for Craig Johnson. Power Windows is sold to Craig Johnson. John, I've got 2112, I think, in stock for $36.99 if you want a copy. Oh, they're answering a question. Okay. Oh, we got a recommendation for Rush albums. Well, that will definitely keep everybody busy for a while. Let me start a new Japanese auction. Never had this Japanese Elvis. Burning Love, his hits from the movies. This looks cool with an Obi on it. $35 start. Hope our Elvis fans are watching right now. Never had this one before. Burning Love and his hits from the movie. I feel my temperature rising. This is a Japanese press, $35 start. Near mint and pristine. Burning Love, $35 start. All right, so Jackie Reynolds, you did get the Doobie Brothers. Let's go ahead and sell the Runaways to Paul Brothers. That's sold to Paul Brothers for $60. Did I miss anything else out of that last crate? We had an offer for Keith Whitley, $125. Dave, I'll sell that to you for $135. Keep in mind, it is sealed. It is sealed. 2 bids now on Elvis. I'll do $135 on the Keith Whitley. Okay, let me see what I've got over here. Somebody just asked about it. Let's see. I think Billy Shears, right before we went live, he asked if it had the inserts. We're about to find out. Kiss Unmask. Kiss Unmask is going to be a $75 start. It is absolutely pristine. $75 start. There's the LP. There is the Japanese insert. Very, very nice cover with Obi. I don't see anything else. I don't see a poster or anything else. Just very nice LP, insert, and that. And that's a $75 start. Elvis is at $36 with Brent Alverson. Shelley Campbell also bid $36. Okay. And someone said, please show Keith Whitley again. All righty. Let me see that. That is right here. Okay, here's the Keith Whitley. I wonder, do you think of me? I wonder, do you think of me? It is sealed, and that was $149. Dave Plunkett said $125. I said $135. Waiting for him to say yes or no. If anybody else wants it, now's the time to go ahead and claim that. Let's see, I've been through that. Let me see. Let me go over here and get this high-end bend. I've been through those. There was a bend over here that I had compiled. Yeah, so everybody's always wanting me to go through a high-end bend. Now would be a great time to do it. Let me see, make sure this is everything that I wanted to go through here. Yeah. So kind of the last call on these. We're going to start tagging these and getting them keyed into Discogs probably as soon as next week. So I'm getting a pile started. We got crates and crates of stuff to be listed on Discogs. This is one of them here. David Plunkett said sold on Keith Whitley, $135. All right. So that's sold for $135. Thank you. So this is all high-end stuff. It's all buy it now, best offer. There might be even some stuff in here for $35. That's kind of when we pull it and try to take it off the floor. There's probably several records out there on the floor that are $50 and up. But when we run across them after we put them out after a sale, we try to keep them behind the counter. I show them one more, maybe 2 more times here on Facebook, and then we get them on Discogs and eventually maybe even eBay and try to find some buyer for them. So that's what we do. Kiss is at looking for, what did I say on that? Did I say 65 or 75? I've done forgot. Whatever. I'll take either one. And then Elvis, Burning Love, high bid is with Chris Gardner at 37. So there's those two. Kiss, I guess 65 now that I forgot. And Chris says 65. Okay, I might have said 75 earlier, but he'll do the 65 bid, and he's got it. Going once, going twice. So let's see what we have in here. Electing. Maybe? It's kind of hard to read. Very psych looking. 1968, $49.99. $49.99. Roy Gallagher, Kickback. This is a music on vinyl pressing, $79.99. $79.99. Roy Gallagher, Kickback. A new crime noir inspired project includes 4 exclusive postcards, 44-page booklet illustrated by Timothy Truman, and it's a bonus CD, The Lie Factory, Roy Gallagher. That's music on vinyl, $79.99. Keith Whitley's already sold, Chris. David Plunkett had dibs on that, and he has it. Elvis is at 37, Burning Love, really cool with the Japanese obi. And then we got Kiss is at 69 with Lou Hetzer. The Beatles Christmas album, $99.99. This is an unofficial bootleg, $99.99. I have yet to find a real one. Show Business, Chumbawa Live, $59.99. Looks like something Mike Massey might buy. $59.99. Virgin Fugs is a 1967 U.S. press, $59.99. $59.99. KRLA, King of the Wheels, Bobby Fuller 4. EX, $74.99. 1965 U.S. pressing. I guess the only time I've seen that was the first time I've shown it. Kiss is at 70. Lou Hetzer's at 69. Incredible British folk psych on Electrician here, as recommended by Mr. Paul. So if you like British folk psych, that needs to be go home with you. Chumbawamba. Okay. Snapcase, Progression Through Unlearning. Snapcase, 1997 green vinyl, $69.99. Snapcase, Progression Through Unlearning, $69.99. Billy Lee Riley, In Action, white label promo, $49.99. Billy Lee Riley, In Action, $49.99. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, Better Than the Rest. Not for sure why that's in here. Have no idea. We'll call it $19.99. I think we sold several this week for that. George Thorogood albums, that is. You actually leave that out because they don't have a sticker on it. San Francisco Shiver, $149.99, 2000 U.S. pressing. San Francisco's Shiver, $149.99. Antonio Carlos Jobim, Stone Flower, $79.99. $79.99 from 1970. George Thorogood is sold. WVU Mounties, that's $19.99, Tanner. Final Call on Elvis, Scott Corcoran's at 38. Burning Love and his hits from the movies, really cool. And we got a new bid on Kiss, now at 75 with Clay Moore, Unmasked. Near mint, pristine copy with Japanese insert, near mint minus vinyl. All the high-end records in here are buy it now, best offer. TKMG Collection, 2001 pink and blue vinyl, $49.99. $64.99. This is a Bruce Springsteen unofficial. Studio quality built in. It looks like a Boss Speakers type deal. Outtakes 1984. Kind of a obscure Bruce Springsteen boot. $64.99. Original motion picture soundtrack, The Road Warrior. Music composed and conducted by Brian May. Sealed 1982. $64.99. $64.99. That's sealed. Brian May from Queen did this. $64.99. Okay. Let's see here. What I got missed here. I thought I saw. Okay, so Lou Hetzer on Bruce Springsteen. Andy Wade offered 55. Lou Hetzer was first to that. And before that, Dennis Nelson was at 50 on Snapcase. Let me figure out what I had that one marked. Snapcase and Dennis Nelson. I will sell that to you for, let's see, $5 more. 55 on that, Dennis Nelson. 55 on Snapcase. Only thing you have to do is say sold. Scarlet, $49.99. $49.99. Scarlet. We've had that before. The Velvet Underground, shiny leather in the dark. 1988 Italian press, $74.99. Shiny leather in the dark. 1988 Italian pressing, $74.99. The Fall of Troy, Doppelganger, $74.99. 2013 Oxblood red vinyl. Who the Blank. This is a Who unofficial, $64.99 from 1982. And this is $44.99. A Lot Like Birds, No Place, $44.99. A Lot Like Birds, No Place. Okay, I can go ahead and sell the Elvis to Scott Corcoran for $38. Burning Love, that's sold to Scott Corcoran for $38. And I just want to make sure everybody's out on Kiss. Well, let's see. Chris Lorenzo, was he the last bidder? He was. Let's go ahead and sell that to Clay Moore. I already did a final call. Clay did say out. Sell that to Clay Moore for $75. Okay, and then tracks on Chumbawa, Chihuahua. Can I read these? Are these some of these type of records like this I got to be careful with? Never Do, Never Gave Up, Anarchist, Heaven and Hell, Grateful, Homophobia, Morality, Dog, Stitch, Mouthful, Nazi, Time Bomb, Slag Aid. That's one I read over them before I read them out loud. 55 to Dennis Nelson. Yeah, 55 to Dennis Nelson. Chawamba. That's hard to say all at once. Boy, I don't know if I can get that out. Seth, you want to come over here and try? Seth said he can't do worse than me. Okay. Let's kick the auctions up. The stove is on 7. It's kind of warm, but now we're going to turn the stove up to 10 and get it kind of hot. 7's just warm. It's like turning the Marshall amp on Spinal Tap. We're going to turn it to 11. Van Halen, $51.50. This is going to be a $65 start. This is near mint and pristine. Van Halen, $51.50. Beautiful copy. We hope that the what's that? Okay. Seth and Tanner's making fun of my stove joke. Seth, you're fired. Okay, I've had enough already. Please exit the store immediately. Van Halen is up for bid. Okay, I'm not, because of you, Seth, I'm not even going to tell them about it anymore. So if y'all want any more information, you got to message Seth. Go at him on Facebook. I'll give you a cell phone number. Rat, Invasion of Your Privacy. Rat, very nice copy as well. Near mint and pristine. Rat, Invasion of Your Privacy. Has a solicitation form with it. We have a nice Japanese insert. Rat also has the Japanese insert with it. And we have a very nice, I'm not for sure why the Obi's over here. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Usually, with this record, they usually keep it over here, but I guess that covers up the logo. So you can put the Obi wherever you want to. Some people keep them right down the middle. Rat, Invasion of Your Privacy. This is also a $65 start. There's our next two auctions, $65 start. Okay, where did we get to here? We have Van Halen, 65, 65, 70, 66, 75. 80, Rat, 65, 65. And Mary J. Blige. Back to the high-end bin. Everything in here is buy it now, best offer. Mary J. Blige, My Life, $59.99. Whoever asked about the show business, I'm not going to read the name of that band again. If you're interested, just please make an offer. Nava Sota. Nava Sota. Rootin'. Whoa, what a cover. Nava Sota. That is 1972 white label promo, $49.99. Tim Buckley, Greetings from L.A., $59.99. Tim Buckley, Greetings from L.A., that's 1972. Horse Lips, Happy to Meet You. We put a sticky note on it because it's hard to read on the spine and there's nothing written on the cover. Horse Lips, Happy to Meet You from 1973 is $39.99. Let's see, Van Halen 85. This is a beautiful copy. Like I said, if you want the details, Seth will come over here and tell us. We have Rat at 75, Rat at 67, Van Halen at 81, Rat at 80. Is Mary J. Blige original or repress? Mary J. Blige is this is a repress. This is from 2020. This is from 2020, which is, it's out of print. All versions are, from what I can tell. Because when I had this, I was like, you know what? I've never ordered anything for vinyl. Then I went to order some, and there was really nothing available. That's from 2020, $59.99. Rats at 92, Van Halen's at 82. Chad, your stove comment was like a bad Paul Stanley rap at Kiss show. I know everybody's hot. Yeah, he says that all the time, doesn't he? Elvis Moody Blue. This is a sealed copy. Sealed copy. A sealed copy. This has never been opened. It's never been touched, except for the cover. That is sealed, $49.99. The Rondales, Stick It To You 12 Times. VG Plus, $64.99. 1968. White Light, White Heat, The Velvet Underground. EX copy, $134.99. It's a 1970 East Coast. Let me get my directions. East Coast press, that's East. Seam splits and some cover wear. Vinyl is EX. White Light, White Heat. That is $134.99. It seems like Paul Stanley, doesn't he say, he says some of the same stuff at those concerts. Of course, I think a lot of people do. Like, I've seen Paul McCartney 3 times, and he did some of the same stuff. Same way with Elton John on both shows, he did some of the same stuff. So they repeat stuff. The Who too. I saw The Who 4 times, and Roger Daltrey said some of the same stuff in between songs. I guess it's just their routine. John Prine, German Afternoons. That's EX $129.99, 1986. John Prine, German Afternoons. That's on the Oh Boy label. First time I've ever had this. We still have it. EX $129.99. Circa Survive, Blue Sky Noise. VG Plus, $74.99, 2010 blue vinyl. The 5 Americans Progression, $49.99. That's a 1967 sealed copy, $49.99. Update on our auctions. Jared Benoit is at 95 on the Rat, going twice, going 3 times. Van Halen is at 83 with Andy Wade. That's going twice, going 3 times. Those are up for auction. The Astronauts Competition Coupe, $49.99 for the Astronauts. Arlo Guthrie, Running Down the Road. Don't know why that's in here either. Not a high-end record, and it's not, maybe just because it didn't have a price on it. $14.99 for Arlo Guthrie, $14.99. There's another Beatles Christmas album. That one's really weird. The back is the front, if that makes sense. I'll put it back here with this one, the way the record comes out. Lancelot Link and the Evolution Revolution. Lancelot Link is $74.99. $74.99. Lou Reed, Metal Machine Music. Lou Reed is $74.99. Metal Machine Music. That's an interesting listen. Oh my gosh. John Carpenter's Escape from New York, original motion picture soundtrack. 1981 OG, $74.99. The Return of the Living Dead, $99.99. Return of the Living Dead soundtrack. $74.99 for what? The Suburbs. This is Credit in Heaven, The Suburbs, in shrink wrap, 1981, $74.99. We have two Beatles Christmas albums. They're both bootlegs, and they're both $99.99. That's actually the front. Well, compared to how the record opens, which is normally on the right, how this one does, that's a better bootleg, it looks like. This one opens from, they've got that on the right, and that's the front, so that one's kind of backwards. Is the KRLA catalog number MS900. That was on the Bobby Fuller 4. Let me find that. If you just joined us, we're in the middle of recapping a high-end bin. These are all heading to Discogs. Y'all know we don't put anything on Discogs until it's been well shown here. This is like a final call, and then these things are going to get posted, and they're going to be on there for buy it now, best offer. Yes, MS900, until they eventually sell on there, hopefully. Did we get new bids on Van Halen? We did. We was at 83. John Leal came back at 84. Andy Wade's right back in at 85. But we can go ahead and sell Rat, though. Rat sold to Jared Benoit for $95. Sell that to Jared Benoit. Harden and Russell. This is sealed. $149.99. $75 for the Beatles. I will take $75 for one of the Beatles unofficials. You let me know which one you want. Do you want the normal or the back cover on the front in the way it's orientated? So let me know on that, Brent. KRLA, Ryan Anderson, $60. Sell that to Ryan for $60. Mr. John Leal, let me know if you're in or out on Van Halen. Outside Looking In, the Tangerine Zoo, 1968 Psych, $179.99 VG Plus. Hall & Oates, No Goodbyes. Hall & Oates is another record that's not priced. $19.99 on that one. Very clean copy. The original soundtrack, Blow Up, music by Herbie Hancock. That's a VG, $49.99 from 1966. He wants the normal one. Sell that to Brent Alverson for $75. There's another Beatles boot if anybody wants it. Final call on Van Halen for $85. Adam Stag Party, Record 2, Songs for Adults Only. It has some nudity on the cover. We've got her covered up with a Cash Express sticky note. That's a VG Plus, $64.99. VG Plus, $64.99. Midnight Band, Gil Scott-Heron and Brian Jackson. That's a VG Plus, $39.99 from 1975. Donna Summer, Greatest Hits on the Radio, Volumes 1 and 2. That is $49.99. And that's on pink and purple vinyl to match the cover. That's an out-of-print limited edition. Andy Wade says he'll take the other Beatles boot for $75. There was that tonight's nightly nudity. We have nudity on here every night. Sorry, folks. It happens. There's a lot of nudity on records, especially as many as we buy and sell. Andy Wade's at 85 on Van Halen. Pink Floyd, Uma Guma, $64.99. Pink Floyd, Uma Guma, $64.99. That probably won't go on Discogs. We'll probably just put it up for auction one night, so feel free to make an offer. Some of these won't. Angel Corpse, Exterminate, $49.99. 2015 France. I just combined France and France. France. 2015 France. That's a picture disc. $49.99. Another Bobby Fuller 4. I Fought the Law, and the Law Won. That's VG Plus, $49.99. Those are kind of scarce. They just don't come through very often. They're either, I've had 2 or 3 in my lifetime that are missing the disc. They don't have any LP in them. It's so weird. Just covers. I don't know if there's like a bunch that got out without disc one time, and then usually they're really beat up. So let me put up some new auctions. And then just so you know what's going on tonight, we're about to roll to the back and go through some bins like Buy It Now, Best Offer, like we did the other night. That was very successful stuff from March and February, probably y'all hadn't seen in a while. And there's great records back there, so that's what we're doing. Tommy Onowski said 35 for Bobby Fuller. Let's make that 40, and I'll sell that to you, Tom. Next two Japanese auctions. I didn't mean to pull this one because we sold one of these last night. Kiss Animalize, $65 start on that one. And let me do, instead of that Van Halen, let me do one we haven't had in a while, like Fair Warning. And this is going to be a 60. So two more $65 starts. This is Kiss Animalize. Kiss Animalize is a $65 start. Near mint and pristine. Beautiful copy. $65 start. Kiss Animalize. Really, really nice. That is up for bid. And Fair Warning. Whoop, what's that on there? Well, that scared me to death. It's a fly. I thought it was a spider. Oh my gosh. Chad just had a freak out moment. That was a fly. I thought you were supposed to kill those, Seth. It's on the floor now. That was a half alive fly. It blended in with the cover too. Oh, boy, that just got my rate up. I was like, whoa. Fair Warning. That is a $65 start. Near mint and pristine Japanese pressing. This one's got all kinds of problems, but it doesn't. The obi's flying off. It had a fly on it. I don't know if you should bid on this or not, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and warn you. I just want to know how that got on there. It must have flew on there while it was laying there, and I didn't even see it. So, but back to the record. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. What did we have here? Tom Yonowski said Bobby Fuller 4. That is sold for $40. Doc Smith offered $30 on the Gil Scott Heron. Doc, let's make that, let's see, when have I had that? March 1st. These just don't come through too often. Let's do $35 on that, Doc. See if that's okay with you. Tom said he's good with 40 on Bobby Fuller. We'll see if Doc's good with 35 on that. We have 65 on Kiss, 65 on Kiss, 70 on Kiss. Take 50 for the suburbs. Let me find that. Take 50 for the suburbs. Let me figure out what that one was. That's a little bit more of an oddity. I might go ahead and do that if I can find it. I know what it looks like. Looks like a 60s record or something at first glance. Based on the pictures. Looks like something like, I don't know. It doesn't look like it's from 81. We'll go ahead. I can't do 50 on that. I'll do 60. That's $15 off. We've had it since March 3rd. It's been behind the counter, though, where people can't see it. $60 on that Russell S. 75 on Kiss. 75 on Kiss. 80, 65 on Van Halen. Adam Stag Party. That's this one right here. 45. Go ahead and sell that to Ryan Anderson for 45. That's sold to Ryan Anderson for 45. Kiss is at 81. Let's see. Doc Smith said sold, and that was the Gil Scott Heron for 35. We got the Suburbs was sold for 60. I think we had a $50 offer. I said 60. That sold to Russell S. Okay, a few more records left in here. We still got Angel Corpse. This has a sticky note list on Discogs. Galactic Zoo Dossier, Kingdom Come, Arthur Brown. That's a 1971 UK pressing with poster, $129.99. J. Cole, 2014 Forest Hill Drive, $149.99. J. Cole. Panda, all in the pink. Panda's $199.99. And the Beatles Black Album. It's a 1981 UK unofficial, $149.99. All right, before I read back through those titles very quickly one more time, let me update our auctions. Kiss, Andy Wade's at $81 for Kiss Animalize. Japanese pressing, pristine. And I think we did get a bid on Van Halen. We did. Chris DiLorenzo bid on the Van Halen for $65. All righty, so those are going once, going twice. Let me just read through these titles. If anybody's interested, let me know. And then we're probably going to roll to the back and go through some vintage buy it now best offer. I'm going to take the Japanese auctions with me. We're going to do buy it now best offer. I got to connect to my hotspot. I'll explain all that to you in a while. And I will definitely need my charger because I'm on 10%. I just got a notification. All right, so we have Roy Gallagher, Kickback City, Virgin Fugs, Electrician, Billy Lee Riley, San Francisco's Shiver, Antonio Carlos Jobim, TMGE, The Road Warrior, that's sealed, Brian May, Scarlet, The Velvet Underground, Fall of Troy, Dopalanger, The Who, Unofficial, A Lot Like Birds, No Place, Show Business, Umba, Navasoda, Rootin', Tim Buckley, Horse Lips, Mary J. Blige, by the way, these are all best offer, Elvis, The Rondales, White Light, White Heat, also by the Velvet Underground, John Prine, German Afternoons. This is Circa Survive, Blue Sky Noise, VG Plus $74.99. Brian May 50. That's not Brian May from Queen. Are you sure on that? May have to throw my challenge flag. The Five Americans Progression, sealed 1967. The Astronauts, they had an offer on this earlier. Jeff offered 35. Jeff, I'll do 40. Jeff, I'll do 40. The Astronauts Competition Coupe. Competition Coupe, $40. That is the Astronauts Competition Coupe. It's a cool cover. I'd like to have those vehicles. Final call on the auctions. Kiss is at 81 and Van Halen is at 65. Those are final calls on those two. Lancelot Link, Lou Reed, Escape from New York, Return of the Living Dead, Hardin and Russell, Outside Looking In, The Tangerine Zoo, Blow Up, Herbie Hancock, Donna Summer, 42, Steve Botsford. I just showed that one. Sell that to Steve Botsford for 42. A Lot Like Birds for 30, Brittany Bragg. Let me find that. A Lot Like Birds. Sell that to Brittany Bragg for 30. How much was Escape from New York? That was $74.99, 1981. 1981, John Carpenter's Escape from New York, 1981. Let's see here. Best price on Tangerine. The Tangerine Zoo would be $155. $155. Looks like there's some notches in the cover. I don't know if that was their way of signifying something or it accidentally got cut. See how it's had these little slits in it. Best price on 5 Americans. Best price on 5 Americans. The 5 Americans Progression. 5 Americans Progression. This is sealed, $49.99. I'll sell that to you for $40. Yeah, let me show you that again. See, it has these, they're like little cuts right here. So, James Bragg said sold and never mind. I think that's, they're not really on the front. There's little indications on the front, but not really. So, Clay Morris said 40, and then what was the, Jeff McMaster never did say yes or no on this. I'm going to leave that out and make sure I didn't miss his comment. Let's go ahead and sell these two auctions. Van Halen is sold for $65 to Chris DiLorenzo. And we see, Kiss was 81 to Andy Wade. Those two are sold. Those two are sold. The Herbie Hancock soundtrack, Blow Up, that was a VG copy for $49.99. Pink Floyd, Angel Corpse, Arthur Brown, J. Cole, Panda, and the Beatles' Black Album. All right, and the first thing I showed when we went live was a few used LPs and putbacks here. We have Tyler, the Creator, $24.99. We have Post Malone, that's on blue vinyl, $24.99. Stone Temple Pilots was $24.99. We have Rush Permanent Waves, $39.99, and that's new and sealed. The Dixie Chicks Fly, and that was $38.99. All right, those are still available. Jeff said sold on the Astronauts. That was $40. Would you take $30 for Blow Up Herbie Hancock? That would be $40, Doc. That would be $40 if you want it. Terry offered $35 for Angel Corpse. Sell that to Terry for $35, and Escape from New York for $50. Sell him both of those. Original John Carpenter. All right, and Clay Moore said sold at $40, and he asked about 5 Americans, the sealed copy. Sell that to Clay Moore for $40. Shelby Hurt wants the Post Malone. That's sold to Shelby Hurt. That's stickered on the back at $24.99. And let's see, Galactic Zoo, $45. Might be a little bit too far off on this one, Ryan. I've got this at a 71 UK with poster, $129.99. Terrell, we've already sold the Donna Summer. It's already sold. All righty. So here's what I'm going to do. I got to connect. Let me plug in my phone first, so I know my battery's already getting charged. I've got to connect to my hotspot. So let me turn this on, and your internet connection may scatter for a second. So just so you know, make sure I got that on. You may scatter for just a second. I hope not, but it happens because I've got to run the cart to the back, or I'm going to roll it back there. So let me see if I can find it. Ivan has asked twice about the Beatles album. I hadn't seen that. The Beatles Black Album. The Beatles Black Album is a 1981 UK unofficial. My best price on it, if you want this, $149, I'll do $125 on it. I'll do $125 on that, Ivan. $125. $125. Can everybody still hear me? Is everybody still with me? So Ivan, just let me know. I have a feeling he's going to buy that. Okay, let me take this machine to the back. I'll need somebody, please, to carry the Japanese crate back here with me so we can keep that handy. We can still auction stuff back here. Ivan says, I'll take it. The Beatles Black Album, $125. Let's roll through the back here. Our cart, y'all going to get to see some parts of the store you may not see too often. We got off the ramp, so now we're good. And I think this bin right here is where we stopped the other night. This bin right here. Let me get the cart in proper position. But this bin, I think it was right here. Let me get everything kicked around. I think that'd be good. Let me see here. More so like this. Yeah. There we go. All right. So the other night, we went through that bin, and that bin, starting with the age of Electronicus. So we went through all these, and as you can tell, we definitely emptied some. We emptied basically 3 pockets here, and I added those last night. So we emptied 4 pockets. We stopped here. I had not gone through these yet. So I'm going to go through these, then I'll go through these, and then we'll scroll back down to the left, or roll back down to the left, or we can jump over here to the back side and do these. Tanner, I don't have a lot of room. I'm on the end over here, so I'll toss them over here if we sell them. I'll gently lay them over here if we sell them. How about that? Let me lay my phone here where I can see comments at least a little bit. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So keep in mind, these are all buy it now best offer, which means some of these are probably pretty recent. And, you know, you can make offers, or you can just buy them. That's up to you. Who do we have here? Bill Loritz, maybe? Lies. I don't recall showing that the first time. $14.99. Lies. Let me get these situated just perfect. Wild Angel, Nelson Slater, $19.99. Wild Angel, Nelson Slater. The Gene Pitney Story, that is $14.99. Looks like 2LP. Gene Pitney Story. Michael Nesbitt, From a Radio Engine to the Phantom Wing, that is $19.99. Doc Smith said lies, $9. We already have our first sale. That's sold to Doc Smith for $9. Tom Fogarty, Myopia. Is that what that says? Tom Fogarty, Myopia, $29.99. Yeah, Tom Fogarty. That's $29.99. Michael Nesbitt, of course, from the Monkees. The Dickies, limited edition white vinyl, 10-inch maxi single, 1978 white vinyl, $24.99. $24.99. Neil Young, Hawks and Doves, $34.99. Neil Young's Hawks and Doves, $34.99. John Cale, Church of Anthrax, Terry Riley, $44.99 from 1971. Get these where I can see them a little bit better. How much is Pat Benatar? I figured somebody would ask that. Well, it's casually laying over there. Pat Benatar, Crimes of Passion. It's a VG Plus, $9.99. Hit me with your best shots on there. This one here sold to Doc for $9. Japanese bin, when we get a second, I'll lay a Japanese LP right back here. We got all those Van Halens and everything that was on Facebook to auction. Sylvia Drifter, $9.99. Sylvia Drifter. T.G. Shepherd, $14.99. Shelley West, Don't Make Me Wait on the Moon. Shelley West is sealed, 1985, $19.99. Carole King, Welcome Home, $14.99 for Carole King. Stephen Stills is $19.99. Stephen Stills. Pete Townsend and Ronnie Lane, Rough Mix, $19.99. Pete Townsend of The Who. Santana, Caravanserai. Santana is $19.99. Ramatam, $19.99. Culture Club, Church of the Poison Mind. Culture Club is a 1983 UK pressing. That is a 3-track, 2-track, 3-track, $19.99. Culture Club. Let's see. Angela said she'll take the Pat Benatar. That's sold to Angela Leckington. Asked about that. That's sold to Angela. Looks like Andy and Terrell was second. Brent Alverson said 10 on the Stephen Stills. Sell that to, whoa, hold on a second, Brent. I'll sell that to you for $12. How about that? I'll sell that to you for $12. That's one we get in quite often. You almost had me there for a half-off sticker. Can't do that. Randy Scarborough on CC for Culture Club, I believe. We can go ahead and tag that. We'll see if Brent has us there. He said sold. Okay. There's kind of a percentage I have in mind on these. These aren't really too, old. So we're really just kind of discounting them to offers. But I kind of have a percentage in mind. And half off isn't, probably not going to do that on many, if any. All right, I've got another Earth, Wind, and Fire. Sorry, I'm over here picking out Japanese stuff. I'm going to try 2 auctions. I don't know if I have space or if it's going to be too far away from the camera, but we'll try it. I've got another Earth, Wind, and Fire. We had one earlier we sold that was VG Plus. This one's Near Mint Minus. This is Earth, Wind, and Fire Power Light. That's a $35 start. It is pristine. And there's another one of the Van Halens. That's a $65 start. $65 start on that. So Van Halen and Earth, Wind, and Fire. Santana, Welcome Home, $19.99. Doc's in on Earth, Wind, and Fire. Herman Brood and his Wild Romance, $9.99. Kenny Loggins, Keep the Fire, $9.99 for Kenny Loggins, Keep the Fire. Niles Lofgren, Night After Night. Niles Lofgren is $24.99. Carole King, Simple Things. Carole King is $14.99. WVU Mounties, first on HB. HB was Herman Brood. I'll put them right there. That's sold to WVU Mounties. Hendry was second. Calvin's at 37 on Earth, Wind, and Fire. Calvin's at 37 on Earth, Wind, and Fire. Carole King Music, $14.99. Carole King Music, very nice looking copy, $14.99. Just a collection of antiques and curios. Straub's live at the Queen Elizabeth Hall. Straub's is $14.99. Rod Stewart, Foolish Behavior, $14.99. Calvin's at $37 on Earth, Wind & Fire. No bid yet on Van Halen, looking for a $65 start. The Nice, this is $19.99 for the Nice. Latoya Jackson, You're Gonna Get Rocked. That is a 12-inch single with 5 different mixes and another song. $9.99. Ricky Skaggs, Love's Gonna Get You. Ricky Skaggs is $14.99. Carole King, Thoroughbred. Carole King is $19.99. Carole King, Thoroughbred. Andy Kim, How Did We Ever Get This Way? $9.99 for Andy Kim. And the Strawberry Statement soundtrack. That's music by Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Crosby, Stills & Nash, Neil Young. That is $29.99. Tom Fogerty, Zephyr National. Tom Fogerty is $19.99. The Gentrys is Sealed, $24.99. That is Sealed, $24.99. And Ricky Skaggs, Waiting for the Sun to Shine. Ricky Skaggs is $14.99. Tom Fogerty, $24.99 for Tom Fogerty. And John Mayall, USA Union, $29.99. John Mayall, USA Union, $29.99. John Mayall, The Turning Point. That's also a U.S. original, red Polydor label, $29.99. And Herman's Hermits, Blaze, $9.99. Calvin says he's out on Earth, or Doc says he's out on Earth, Wind & Fire. So that means Calvin has that for $40. Final call. And if you want to get in on Van Halen as a buy it now, now's the time. Now's the time if you want to get in on that one, because I'm about to end it. So your decision. Shakin' Street, that is $24.99. Shakin' Street, $24.99. Alvin Lee, Pump Iron, $19.99. Alvin Lee, Pump Iron. And Niles Lofgren is $14.99. Niles Lofgren, Cry Tough, $14.99. Joe, flip through this bin today. Now you're getting to see it in the virtual world. The Doobie Brothers Stampede is $34.99, or excuse me, $34.99. It's a 1975 quad, $34.99, quadraphonic pressing of that. Now you can make offers on them, Joe. The Jupiter Menace soundtrack is $19.99. And Lou Reed Live, Take No Prisoners. Lou Reed Live, Take No Prisoners, $39.99. Leon Russell, Will-O the Wisp. Leon Russell is $19.99. Charlie Daniels Band, Windows, $24.99 for Charlie Daniels Band, Windows. Alan Parsons Project, I, Robot, $19.99. What a nice copy. What a great album. I think we had 2 people claim Van Halen, and it wasn't a buy it now yet. So it is now. So I'm going to take the first Van Halen comment now. Lou Hetzer and Jim Engelman. Let's see who's first. Now it's a buy it now because I'm ending Earth, Wind & Fire, and that's sold to Calvin Ward for $40. That's sold to Calvin Ward for $40. Now, if you want to buy Van Halen, unless I misspoke earlier, but I think I was just saying if you want to bid, now's the time. Let's see if they want it now, or who's in their first, or Lou Hetzer's first again. Okay, Lou Hetzer gets that for $65. Edward Star Wars says Doobie's $28. That was for the quad pressing. Sell that to Edward for $28. That is $28 to Edward. Best price on Santana is, there's 2 Santanas in here. We have Santana Caravan Sorry, and I think we had Welcome. There's Welcome, and there's these 2. If you want both of them, 15 and 15, 15 and 15. Or if you want either one, I'd prefer to sell you both at 15 and 15. Steve Bosfer said both John Mayall's 20. Didn't do that. Sell those for 20 and 20 to Steve Bosford. Sell these to Kelly for 15 and 15. Now we're making a dent in here. Let's put up 2 new Japanese pressings. I'm going to do one of the 2 last Van Halens. And I'm going to show you a pretty tough to get country record as a buy it now. So everybody be on standby. But we're going to do this Von Halen. And we're going to do this Todd Rundgren for auction. And then this record is a buy it now. This is $149.99. Don't Rock the Jukebox, Alan Jackson. And that is a 1991 club, which I think is the only way it was released. I don't know if that was released as an OG retail. $149.99. Tough to get. Alan Jackson, Don't Rock the Jukebox. That's $149.99. Never shown that one before. Let me put them right back here, actually. Everybody can see them if I put them right back there. Alan can take a peek at us the rest of the night. And I think there's probably some people waiting on this one. One of the better debut albums of all time, that is Van Halen self-titled. That's a $65 start. The Japanese version of this that I'm holding in my hand, it sounds incredible. That's a $65 start on that. It's complete with the inserts. I don't get a lot of Japanese Todd Rundgren, but here's a chance. This is Utopia, Another Live. Utopia, Another Live, and that is a $35 start. Utopia, Another Live. All righty. Let's finish this first part of this crate. These are all buy it now best offer if you're just hopping on. I've already showed Tom Fogarty. As you're seeing, I'm being very negotiable with the prices. Are you open tomorrow? Yes, we are open tomorrow from 12 to 5. Mr. Ed will be here. I'll be in Milwaukee buying records, hopefully. Where did I get to? I've shown more than I thought. We got to Lou Reed, Leon Russell, Pure Prairie League. Pure Prairie League, self-titled. This is $24.99. Pure Prairie League, self-titled, original label. James Taylor. Oh, man, what a great song. Walking Man, $19.99. Moving in Silent Desperation, Keeping an Eye on the Holy Land. Just a fantastic songwriter. The guy's like an alien. James Taylor is $19.99. And Wings Over America, triple live with posters and insert, $39.99. Whoa, that's some good stuff there. Maybe I'm Amazed. One of the best vocalists, Paul McCartney. Don't argue. Y'all know who he is. Especially out of the Beatles. Okay, James Bragg's at 35 on Utopia. Van Halen's at 100, now 111. Brent offered 15 for Pure Prairie League. Sell that to Brent Alverson for 15. Jay Parr is going to take the Wings. All righty. Here's what's left in this bin. Let me back up the camera just a hair so you can see it. We have James Taylor, Alan Parsons, Charlie Daniels, Leon Russell, Lou Reed, Jupiter Menace, Niles Lofgren, Alvin Lee, Shakin' Street, Herman's Hermits, Tom Fogarty, Ricky Skaggs, The Gentrys on Sun, another Tom Fogarty, The Strawberry Statement, Andy Kim, Carole King, Ricky Skaggs, LaToya, The Nice, Rod Stewart, The Straubs, Carole King, pristine copy of that. You know, Tapestry, of course, iconic. This has got some other great Carole King songs on it. Brother, Brother, It's Gonna Take Some Time. I think Song of Long Ago, maybe. Sweet Seasons. Oh, man, that's a good one. That's a great Carole King album. Gatefold. Looks like it has the inner sleeve and insert. Boy, I may be buying this myself. I already have a copy, though. Well, it has the lyric insert, too. She's covering Some Kind of Wonderful. Well, she might have wrote that. Who wrote that? Knowing her. Let's see here. This is cool. I don't think mine has this. Great mellow music there. Best price on Carol. Mel, I'll sell that to you for 12. I hate to sell it for 10. I'll sell that to you for 12. Top copy. Complete. There's another Carole King. Or if you want both of them, I'll say both of them for 20. I'll say both of those for 20. How about that? So let me know. Niles Lofgren, Kenny Loggins, Ramatam, Pete Townsend, Ronnie Lang, another Carole King. Or I'll sell you all three of them for 30. We'll keep adding to the pile. Shelley West, T.G. Shepherd, Sylvia, John Cale, Neil Young, the Dickies, Tom Fogarty again, Michael Nesbitt, Gene Pitney, and Nelson Slater, Wild Angel. I think Mel said he'll take that one for 12. Let me know if you want the other ones. He just wants that one, $12. All right, final call on our auctions. Lou Hetzer's at $111, $111 on Van Halen, pristine copy. Final call, James Bragg, one and only bidder. He's at 35 on Utopia. Final call. Final call on those. We have two questions. First is Shakin' Price, Shakin' Street, Shakin' Street, Shakin' Street. Let's see here. Shakin' Street was $24.99. $24.99. That was Neil Young, Hawks and Doves. Hawks and doves. All right, let's go through the back part of this bin now. Let me pull the camera a little bit closer. The back part of the bin, obviously we're going to start, or we'll end with an Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Let me shift them all forward here so I can flip through them a little bit easier. All righty, and we're about to end those two auctions so I can put up two new ones. We Are the World, the historic recordings, $24.99. We Are the World, $24.99. Elton John, Too Low for Zero, $19.99 on Elton John, Too Low for Zero. Against All Odds, $19.99 for Against All Odds. Sell Dan Triaga, Shakin' Street. Sell that, Dan, for $20. Dan, that's sold to you. Human League, Human League is $14.99. Stacy Q, Two of Hearts, $9.99. Stacy Q. Creedence Clearwater live at the Royal Albert Hall. Whoa, I just slapped the camera with it. The Royal Albert Hall concert, $29.99. Let's see here. Josh Ragland, $17.99 on We Are the World. Sell that to Josh Ragland. Dana Wright wants the Human League, and we'll sell that to Dana. We're also going to sell these auctions. Lou Hetzer gets Van Halen for $111, and James Bragg gets the Utopia, another live, for $35. Which pressing is A. Jackson, Chad? A. Jackson. What was that? Oh, Alan Jackson. This is a club. It's 1P8127 on the catalog number, CRC. Top copy. Don't rock the jukebox. All right, let me grab two new. So here's one of the other Japanese that we don't get in as often, Fair Warning, or excuse me, Diver Down. We've already done Fair Warning. And here's another really good one, a pristine copy of Michael Jackson, Bad. A pristine copy. So two more premium Japanese auctions going up. We've got Michael Jackson, Bad, and Van Halen, Diver Down. Those are $65 starts. Very nice copy there of Van Halen, Diver Down, and very nice copy. I mean, look how nice. $65. They're mint, they're cleaned, they're perfect. These are all buy it now, best offer. Don't be afraid to make offers. Don't be afraid to make offers. Jay Parr needs to put back the Wings Over America. Scandal featuring Patti Smythe. That is $19.99. Warrior, Scandal. Harry Belafonte, Calypso. I saw where this jumped up on the Discogs buy-sell list because of his recent death. $9.99. This is a 70s reissue. Culture Club, Color by Numbers, $24.99. Jeff McMaster wants Harry Belafonte. All right, so we have a $125 offer on Alan Jackson. I had a $150 record earlier tonight. Somebody offered $125, and I sold it for $135. I'll do the same thing for Alan Jackson. Best price is $135. Just got it in. I mean, we're just showing it. Just showing it. Right, Tanner? Yeah, we sold a Keith Whitley. Yeah, we had a Keith Whitley. Another hard-to-get country record. All right. Let's see here. Now, just a second ago, Jeff McMaster had dibs on it. So let me go back and make sure. Let me move my phone over here where I can see what's going on. So Jeff McMaster says, which pressing is Alan Jackson? It is a CRC. David confirmed that. Thank you, David. Jay Parr put back the Wings album. Then Marshall offered $125. Joe Maynard bid $65 on Van Halen. Jeff McMaster claimed the Harry Belafonte. Sorry, Alex Roman was second. Terry offered $30 on Wings, and then Rich asked the price. Wings is $39.99. Wings is $39.99 for Wings Over America. So Terry, let me see what Rich says. I would like to get sticker. I just sold it for $39.99, but we'll see what happens. If Rich passes, then Terry, I'll talk to you. And let's see here. Jeff says he'll take it at $135. So Jeff McMaster gets the Alan Jackson for $135. That goes to him. And we're going to sell Mel Webster the CCR for $24. So Rich, let me know if you're in or out, or if you want to make an offer or something, then we'll figure out, since there's like two people on the table for that one. And then we'll get it sold to one of y'all for sure. All right, so Culture Club is still available. We have Pete Townsend, White City, in shrink wrap. That's $14.99. Pete Townsend, White City. Uh-oh, there it is, our nightly copy of 24 carats. I don't think I've yet to sell one of these to anybody, ever. Al Stewart, 24 carats, $14.99. Maybe the streak will end. I need to get it hyped up like Pablo. Who wants a copy of 24 carats?
That was somebody's favorite record player.
Favorite record to test their record player?
Yeah.
24 carats, really?
I can't remember who.
Wow, somebody used this for a test record to test their stereo equipment. Never seen that before. Year of the Cat. Yeah, Year of the Cat is better. Okay, final call on our auctions. Van Halen is, we got bids on both auctions, 65 and 65. Final calls on those. I'm about to sell both of them for 65 and 65. Rich said he will take the wing. So, Terry, that's yours if you want it for $39.99. Terry Westwood, if you pass, and I'll sell that to Rich Bernstein. So, your call on that. That's how that works. All right, let me get my camera. My camera's at an odd angle back here in the back. So, Terry passes, so sell that to Rich Bernstein. Paul Anka's 21 golden hits, $9.99. Bob Seeger, Stranger in Town, EX $24.99. Bob Seeger, Stranger in Town, EX $24.99. You saying I'm struggling tonight, Craig? I think I am too. The Doobie Brothers, The Captain and Me. The Doobie Brothers is EX $12.99. Classic album. Original Green Warner Brothers label, Captain and Me. EX $12.99. China Grove. The Band, The Islands. VG copy, $14.99. The Band, The Islands. Or Band, The Band, Islands. Neil Young Reactor is EX $17.99. Elvis and GI Blues. That's a 1960 mono VG copy for $19.99. VG copy, $19.99. GI Blues. All right, so this is sold to Rich Bernstein, Tanner, for $39.99, which is sticker. We can go ahead and sell Van Halen. No more bids on that, but Michael Jackson's got some new bids. Van Halen is sold to Joe Maynard. That's sold to Joe Maynard for $65. Back up to the top, Michael Jackson was at 66, and then 67, now 70. John Ambrosic offered 10 on the doors, then we had 9, and then we had a claim for it. John Ambrosic, let me know if you want the doobies for sticker. You've still got dibs, so let me know if you want that for $12.99. If not, it goes to Edward and then Steve. Shelly Campbell gets Elvis at sticker. Andy's out on Michael Jackson. That means John Leal, you have that for $70. That's going twice, going 3 times on Michael Jackson Bad. Pristine copy. John said he'll take the Doobie Brothers at sticker. Johnny Paycheck, I don't need to hurt that right now. That's sealed. I don't need to know that, not hurt that. I don't need to know that right now. Johnny Paycheck is sealed. $24.99 from 1983. Todd Rundgren, Back to the Bars. Gold stamp promo on the back. $24.99. Recorded live. Hello, it's me. The Buddy Holly Story soundtrack. $19.99. Men at Work, business as usual. A U.S. Press. $24.99. Who can it be? Men Down Under. $24.99. Autumn Betts wants the sealed Johnny Paycheck. That's sold to Autumn Betts. Brian C. on Todd Rundgren. Back to the Bars. That's a good one there. And let's go ahead and sell Michael Jackson to John Leal for $70. John Leal, that's sold to you. Let me put up 2 new ones. We got another half crate here of nice premium Japanese quality stuff. Ooh, Loudness. I've never seen this before. Let's put that one up. And let's see here. What else was on Facebook? Did we put 10cc on Facebook maybe? Credence. We got a Stray Cats here. It's a check condition cover and vinyl. Let's see. Steve Henry on BH. Buddy Holly Story. Next 2 Japanese pressings. We've got Loudness, The Law of Devil's Land. Loudness, The Law of Devil's Land. Near mint and pristine. That is a $45 start. Loudness, The Law of Devil's Land. $45 start on Loudness. And Stray Cats, the vinyl on this one is Japanese VG+, which means better than most. but the cover does have some of those humidity spots. Just a $20 start on that one. Does have an Obi. Still not a bad copy for what that is. $20 start on that. Loudness is 45. And I need to take a drink of water right quick. I'm about ready for a Sprite or something. I guess I could. I'm back. Whew, that was good. That was refreshing. The Graham Edge Band, $14.99. Chris Gardner's at $25 on the Stray Cats, I believe. Sinatra Sings of Love and Things. Sinatra. Frank Sinatra, $14.99. Electric Light Orchestra, Time. Electric Light Orchestra, $19.99. The other night I went to Sonic and they had a Red Bull slushie. And I was like, oh my gosh. I know what I'm getting the next time I come here. Bob Seger, Against the Wind. EX copy, $17.99. EX copy, $17.99. American Boy and Girl, Garland Jeffries, $9.99. Tom Fogerty, John Fogerty, Eye of the Zombie, $19.99. John Fogerty, Eye of the Zombie, $19.99. Stiffs Live, $19.99. Roadrunner, The Gants, VG copy, $14.99. Les Paul and Mary Ford, VG Plus, $14.99. Final Call on the Stray Cats at $25. Final Call if anybody wants to get in on Loudness at $45. Michael Schenker Group, that's a VG copy, $14.99. Neil Young, Rocky Mountain Review from Boulder, Colorado. That's an unofficial VG, $24.99. If he knew we was selling that, he would come in here and just take it from us. Roger Daltrey, that is an EX, $17.99. Good solo album from Roger Daltrey. Good stuff here, the Yes album. EX on the vinyl, just a tick from being near mint pristine. That is $17.99 for the Yes album. Mountain, Avalanche, that is a VG copy, $14.99. Nick Lowe is EX, $17.99. Pure Pop for Now People. And Lou Reed, Coney Island Baby, $34.99. Would you be mad if he took it from you? If he would let me take a picture with him and maybe sign a few copies of Harvest, I would let him take probably a lot of stuff. I'd be like, listen, you pick out 10 records. If you let me take a picture with you and you sign about 10 records, I'll be fine with that. He probably wouldn't do that, though. Steve Henry on Roger Daltrey. Maybe I can get him to show up here at the store one day and sign autographs all day. Y'all think I could swing that? Edward Star Wars, I'll sell you the Yes for $12. Hendry wants the Michael Schenker Group. That's sold to Hendry. Stray Cats is sold. Auction's over. Chris Gardner, $25. Who Wants Loudness for $45? $45 buy it now. The Law of Devil's Land. $45 buy it now. The Neil Young is Rocky Mountain Review. Looks like a live unofficial. We also have Mountain. Nick Lowe. Nick Lowe is EX, $17.99. Lou Reed was $34.99. And Pictures at an Exhibition, $19.99 by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Neil Young was VG, $24.99. VG 24. I don't think he'd do that. No, I don't think Neil Young would come to Lebanon, Tennessee and sign autographs for 2 hours for $1 million. He probably wouldn't do it for $10 million. He's probably like, why do I have to? Why do I want to do that? Andy Wade said sold. Let me see. Somebody asked for it just before you. No, it was Andy Wade. All right, so Andy Wade, Neil Young is sold to you. I've already laid it over there. That's sold to Andy Wade. Terry, you were second. Floyd Furman, The Loudness. The Loudness is a $45 buy it now. The Law of Devil's Land. No bid, $45 buy it now. Pristine, cool Obi with the lightning strikes on there. Let's see. What do we have here? We've got Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Lou Reed. Nick Lowe, Mountain, Les Paul and Mary Ford, Roadrunner, Stiffs, John Fogerty. Josh Ragland offered $12.99 for Nick Lowe. Sold. Garland Jeffries, Bob Seeger, ELO, Frank Sinatra, Graham Edge Band, Men at Work, Neil Young, The Band, Bob Seeger, Paul Anka, Al Stewart, Pete Townsend. We got half of the Who in here. Culture Club, Patti Smythe, Stacey Q, Against All Odds, and Elton John. Michelle said 12 for Seeger. Let me figure out what I had on that. Scandal for 12. Gotcha. Michelle, I will sell that to you for $12. $12 on Seeger. That's what my brain was evidently thinking. And Dan, let me see. Scandal for 12. I will do that for 15. I'll do that for 15. I'm already laying those in the sold pile, so y'all have to say yes. Michelle said yes. If Floyd doesn't want this, we're going to sell Loudness to James Bragg for 45. And hopefully Dan Triaga says sold as well. Anybody else? We almost swapped out a whole bin. Floyd said pass on Loudness, so that's sold to James Bragg. Or at least one of our half bins here. Anybody else? Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Lou Reed, Mountain, Les Paul and Mary Ford, the Gants, the Stiffs, John Fogerty, Garland Jeffries, ELO, Sinatra, Graham Edge, Men at Work was $24.99, Neil Young, the Bands, Bob Seeger, that's Stranger in Town. I'm assuming that's the one you were offering. I forgot there was two in here. Paul Anka, Al Stewart, $4.99. Well, at least we got an offer on one. This may be the first one I've ever sold. I'm not going to say no. Sell that to Floyd for $5. Pete Townsend, Culture Club, Stacey Q, Against All Odds, and Elton John. Elton John has I'm Still Standing on it. I consider that a comeback album for him. We almost sold a half bin there. A couple more and we would have done it. That's a little bit too tight to put all those in there. I'm going to do it temporarily, but all right, well, we're emptying some bins. Yes, it was Against the Wind. John Fogerty for 10 or best price. That was Eye of the Zombie. Is that Michelle as well? I'll do 15 on that one. I know I can't do 5 on Culture Club. That is a 100%. Can't do that. That's $20 if you want it. $20 if you want that one. Okay, and Michelle said sold on that one for 15. I'm going to scoot the cart down. Tanner, I'm coming right there to where Led Zeppelin is because we've been through those. There's the John Fogerty that just sold. We've already been through that pile. There's another Al Stewart and a Flashdance. We've already been through that pile, and we've already been through all of those. But right here is where we haven't been through, and that is with this stack right here, starting with Led Zeppelin. So let's go through some more. Are these stuff to auction potentially?
Yeah, I think I just pulled it out because it's higher in.
Okay. All right. I'll show them in just a second. How much was James Taylor? That's $19.99, and of course everything's buy it now, best offer. So Stephen, let me know if you want to make an offer on Men at Work. I would love to sell it to you. And let's go through this bin here. Let me make sure I hadn't gone through these. Nope, I have not gone through these. Not since we've been back here going through stuff. So let's do that. Let's put something, I don't know if we want Corky Siegel up front. We'll put Judy Collins. I know y'all have to look at that for a while. I think I'd rather look at Judy than Corky. All right, we have Paul Whiteman and his orchestra featuring Bing Crosby, $9.99. Razzie, Making Friends. That's Razzie Bailey. That's sealed from 1981, $14.99. Stephen gets Men at Work for $20, and that's in that back part of that last bin back there. Stephen, that's sold to you. Chili Whack, Lights from the Valley. Chili Whack is $9.99. Doug Kershaw, Raging Cajun, $19.99. Chris Gardner wants the Bing Crosby. By the way, these are all buy it now, best offer. So this stuff isn't too old. That's why it's obviously not half off. If we ever go through these again, it will probably be like a year from now. And there probably won't be many left, and they'll be half off. But right now, they're buy it now, best offer, 10% off, 20% off probably at most. I've probably already done some for 30% off, but if it's a title we get quite often, yes. If there's something better in here that I just can't believe hadn't sold, I probably will be still negotiable, but, you know, maybe not as, you get what I'm saying. Chip Hall, James Taylor, I'll do $12 on it. I'll do $12 on James Taylor, Chip Hall, and that's so to Chris. Okay, back to the bin. Red Square, born in the USSR. Red Square is $9.99. Woody Woodbury, Looks at Love and Life. That is $9.99. Chip Hall said 12 on James Taylor. That's in that bin as well. Let me get 2 more Japanese pressings out of the bin. Let me bring this a little closer to me. Before we get too heavy into the bin, let me introduce some auctions. Tanner just pulled out a Clash album. Let's put that up for auction. And a Count Basie. I don't know if I've had a Japanese Basie in a while. So this is the Clash, Give 'Em Enough Rope. This is a nice 1978 Terre Haute Orange Epic label. That's US OG, should be. Orange Epic, 78 on that label. That's a $35 start. The Clash, Give 'Em Enough Rope. That is up for auction. And Count Basie, for the first time, the Basie Trio, Japanese pressing, about a VG Plus cover, near mint and pristine vinyl. That's also a $35 start. So $35 start on those. Kelly Bagwell, the Doug Kershaw Raging Cajun is $19.99. $19.99 on Raging Cajun. Anthony Phillips, Private Parts and Pieces. Anthony Phillips, $14.99. Dale Hawkins, LA Memphis and Tyler, Texas. That's a 69 promo copy, $49.99. The Great Roy Acuff, $9.99. The Great Roy Acuff. Roy Acuff on radio, 1953, $9.99. Crystal Mansion, $29.99 for Crystal Mansion. Quadraphonic Charlie Rich, Very Special Love Songs, $19.99. Very Special Love Songs. Bing Crosby, That's What Life is All About. Bing Crosby, $9.99. Whole Wheat, 100%, $9.99 for Whole Wheat. Graham Parker and the Rumor, Live Sparks, $14.99 for Graham Parker and the Rumor, Live Sparks. Graham Parker and the Shot Steady Nerves, $14.99 for Graham Parker. And Graham Parker, Howlin' Wind, boy, a lot of Graham Parker, $14.99. Another one, The Real Macaw, that's also $14.99. And another one, Stick It To Me. Well, we got the whole discography here. And another one, Heat Treatment, $14.99. Does anybody need a bundle on Graham Parker? Procol Harum Live, $14.99. Procol Harum Live, really clean copy. I think we're getting to some of this. We're getting to some of the remnants of that Pennsylvania collection with a couple of these, or not Pennsylvania, but the Murfreesboro stuff. Jeff McMaster on Live Sparks. That's right here. That's sold to Jeff McMaster, Live Sparks. Ryan is at 35 on the Clash. Final call if anybody wants to get it on Basie before I sell those. Those are final calls on bids or offers. Outlaws, Lady in Waiting. The Outlaws is $14.99. The Outlaws self-titled, $19.99. Eric Clapton. This is new and sealed. What's that doing back here? New and sealed Eric Clapton, $24.99. I'll still make it a buy it now best offer. I think that's something from a collection. I don't think that's anything we ordered new. The Jacksons Triumph, $24.99. The Jacksons, $24.99. The Electric Horseman soundtrack, Willie Nelson, that is $19.99. Rick Wakeman, The Six Wives of Henry VIII, $19.99. Steve Henry wants The Outlaws Lady in Waiting. That's sold to Steve Henry. Chris Gardner is at 20 on the Jacksons Victory or the Jacksons Triumph. Chris Ferrara is in on the Clash at $40. Who wants Count Basie for $35? That's a $35 buy it now for Count Basie for the first time. $35 buy it now if anybody wants that. Next in the Japanese bin. I think this is one of the last ones, not counting the other Van Halens we have. Well, I'll go ahead and do a Van Halen because I don't think I've... Now that I think about it, I've had some 1984s. I don't know if we've had a Van Halen 2 lately. So, as the others, $65 start, Van Halen 2. This is very nice cover too. Looks even nicer when you pop it out of the sleeve. Inserts, inner sleeve, $65 start on that. Ryan, just so you know, you're out on the Clash at 40. Sean Fairweather said he will take the Count Basie. Count Basie is sold to Sean Fairweather at a $35 buy it now. Back to the buy it now best offer bin. Powder Blues, $9.99 for Powder Blues. The Buddy Holly story, as advertised on TV, 1979 UK, 1999. Neil Young, American Stars and Bars. American Stars and Bars by Neil Young, $34.99. The Buddy Holly story soundtrack, we sold one of these just a moment ago, $19.99 on that. A Rock and Roll Collection by Buddy Holly, $19.99. And here's another new sealed record back here in the back that we got from a collection, $19.99. This is Waylon Jennings and Friends. Here's to the champion, Muhammad Ali. Clash cover condition. So we have a 1979 Terre Haute Clash. Give them enough rope. Nice spine. Not a lot of wear at all. It has just minor signs of shelf wear. We have a generic inner sleeve. Generic inner sleeve. Orange Epic label. And very clean. High bid is Chris Ferrara at $40. Looking for a $65 start on Van Halen. No bids yet. Could be a buy it now. Another Graham Parker. This is $14.99. Graham Parker, another gray area, $14.99. Live Alone in America. Graham Parker, $14.99. Boy, a lot of Graham Parker. Another one. The Parkerilla, $14.99. Is anybody sure you don't need a Graham Parker bundle? You'll get a great deal on them. Willie Nelson, Last Man Standing. This is a Barnes & Noble exclusive on gold vinyl, $29.99. That's also new and sealed. Ryan's at $44 on the Clash. The Rolling Stones, Get Your Yayas Out. That's also sealed. 2013, Europe pressing, $29.99. The Doors, Absolutely Live. How hasn't nobody bought this? EX, $34.99. EX, $34.99. Kelly Bagwell wants the Willie Nelson, Last Man Standing. That's sold to Kelly. And Led Zeppelin 4 is an EX copy, $42.99. EX, $42.99. Parker bundle, best price. Edward, you may have made my night. Let's see what we got going on here. Led Zeppelin, The Doors, The Stones, Graham Parker. There's one. Graham Parker, Graham Parker, Graham Parker. There's four. Let me see what I got going on here. James Bragg offered $25 on the Stones. So did James Rayner. James Bragg was first. Let's go ahead and sell him that for $25. Hold the phone for a second. Chris Ferrara is at $45. No, okay, those are just bids. Clash is at $45 to Chris Ferrara. Terry offered $30 for Clapton and the Electric Horseman. I'll go ahead and do that. There's the Clapton. There's the Willie Electric, and we'll sell the Clapton here. Sell those to Terry, both for $30. Then Ryan bid $49 on the Clash. We've already sold the Stones. James Bragg was first. James Rayner was second. Chris Ferrara is out on the Clash. So final call, $49. When I sell that, I'll also sell Van Halen, but don't bid yet. Buddy Holly, Neil Young, Buddy Holly, Powder Blues, Rick Wakeman, Outlaws, Procol Harum, Graham Parker, Graham Parker, Graham Parker, Graham Parker, Graham Parker. All right, let me put these in. I'm holding the rest of them. Let me hold these too. Whole Wheat, Bing Crosby, Charlie Rich, Crystal Mansion, Roy Acuff, Dale Hawkins, Anthony Phillips, Doug Kershaw, Woody Woodbury, Red Square, Chili Whack, and Razzie Bailey. And Razzie was sealed. Are these all marked 14? Let's see. Edward Star Wars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for $100. 9 for $100. These are from the Murfreesboro collection, so I can promise you they're all pristine. He probably opened, see how this is sealed or in shrink wrap? He probably bought that sealed and opened it recently, probably within the last 5 years. And that's a discount of, let's see, there is 9, that's 45, 40, 30, let's see, what is that? It's a lot off. Okay, we'll just use the common phrase, a lot. That's sold to Edward. Graham Parker's 9 albums there for $100. Those are sold to Edward. Hey, we made a dent. Where did we get to? Chris DiLorenzo bid $65 on Van Halen. You know what, Chris? I'm going to go ahead and sell it to you. That's sold to Chris DiLorenzo for $65, and so is the Clash. Give him enough rope. Didn't even do a final call on that one. Sometimes if you bid late enough, I'll go ahead and say, all right, someone's bid, and I'm going to sell it to them. No one else bid. Clash is sold to Ryan Anderson for $49. So that's sold to Chris DiLorenzo for $65. The Clash is sold to Ryan Anderson for $49. Tracks on Chilliwack. David, I saw that earlier, but I had just got started in the bin. But now I will read you the tracks. Never be the same. I want to be the one. How can you hide your love? We don't have to fall in love. Looking for a place. Arms of Mary. Tonight she keeps on crying. In love of a look and no love at all. I do have an Ali record. It is never before released. Waylon Jennings and Friends. Here's to the champion, Muhammad Ali. New recordings with Willie Christopherson, Jesse Coulter, Shooter Jennings, his son, J.C. Dayton, Jamie White, Folk Yuki, and Particular Kid. That is 1999, and it's new and sealed. The Led Zeppelin is EX on the condition. James Cohorn, we're looking at a 5-digit reissue here. It's a 5-digit. It has Porky and the Dead Wax, but that is a 77 reissue, most likely. And that's EX 42.99. We also have The Doors, Buddy Holly. If anybody wants a Buddy Holly deal, 3 Buddy Hollies for $30. 3 Buddy Hollies for $30. And these are stickered for $19, $19, and $19.99. Wow. But we've got a bunch of them. So there's Buddy Hollies if anybody wants those for $10 each. That's if you buy all 3. We got Neil Young, Powder Blues, Rick Wakeman. The Outlaws are still available. That's their self-titled album. That one has Green Grass and High Tides on it. Procol Harum Live, Whole Wheat, Bing Crosby, Charlie Rich, Crystal Mansion, Roy Acuff. Both Roy Acuffs, $15 if anybody wants those. They're priced at $9.99 each. Dale Hawkins was a promo. Anthony Phillips, Doug Kershaw, Woody Woodbury, and Red Square and that. All right, let's go through the back part of the bin. Let's go ahead and sell Ali to Terry Westwood for $15. All right, let me go through the back part of the crate. You know Joni Mitchell's coming up. Ooh, I see some good titles. Let me press these up here. So let's go through the back part of the crate. Let me grab 2 new Japanese auctions. We've done all the Van Halens except 1984. Let's do that right now. We got Van Halen 1984, another pristine copy. That's a $65 start. Van Halen 1984. And TC Live and Let Live. I don't think that's supposed to be live. I think that's live because it's a live album. Is that right? $35 start on that. Near mint and pristine. Chris is in on Van Halen at $65. I'm going to have to move these back just a tad to be able to get to the crate. Dean Martin, My Woman, My Wife. $9.99 on Dean Martin. Let me lay those there. Don't fall off. Bob Dylan, All Hallows Eve, 1964. Must have been a concert he done on Halloween. That is $129.99. A 1976 unofficial. $129.99. Bob Dylan, All Hallows Eve. Eric Clapton, At His Best. Eric Clapton is $34.99 At His Best. Bob Dylan, Slow Train Coming. $34.99 for Bob Dylan, Slow Train Coming. If you're just joining us, we're doing a Buy It Now Best Offer bin. Everything you see back here is Buy It Now or Best Offer. We also got auctions going back here on the back. We got a couple auctions. We got 1984. We do have a $65 bid on that, and we're looking for a $35 start on 10cc. There was a Waylon, but it's already sold. Chuck Mangione, Fun and Games. Chuck Mangione is $9.99. Jimi Hendrix, Rainbow Bridge in shrink wrap. Nice. $34.99. Jimi Hendrix, Rainbow Bridge. $34.99. That's a nice copy. And Smash Hits. Smash Hits is $34.99. Waylon Jennings, Smash Hits. Very nice. Those are 2 very, very nice Jimi Hendrix records. Bob Dylan, Historical Archives, Volume 1. Historical Archives, Volume 1. Bob Dylan, $34.99 as well. Final call on Van Halen. All bids, want to get them in now. Historical Archives Volume 2. That's also $34.99. Little River Band, $9.99. John Leal is in on the Van Halen for $70. New bidder. It is Chris, you're out. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Love Beach, 1999, Love Beach. Hot Shot of Love, Bob Dylan. Hot Shot of Love, $34.99. Hot Shot of Love. Jeff Johnson said Waylon. There was no Waylon. We sold a Waylon earlier, but it's already gone. The Waylon, here's the Muhammad Ali, that's already sold. David Tate asked about it too. Steve Henry wants Little River Band. We got another bid on Van Halen and then another bid. John Leal's at 73, still high bidder. Leo Sayer is sealed. Sealed Leo, 1999. Bee Gees, Peace of Mind. Bee Gees is sealed for $14.99. Fleetwood Mac, Bare Trees. Fleetwood Mac, $24.99. Very clean, about a VG cover. Sandy wrote her name on the cover. She didn't know any better in 1973. The Rolling Stones, Miss You and Faraway Eyes, $29.99. The Rolling Stones, Miss You, $29.99. When are you going to pull the autograph? It will definitely be advertised. I was talking to Paul. He was texting me earlier today. Of course, we definitely believe the Stevie Ray Vaughan signatures are legitimate, and it may be signed by that one press photo, I think is signed by Stevie and Double Trouble. We're probably going to send some of those off and go ahead and have them authenticated. Even though we know they're legitimate, we want to be safe, and for us and for y'all, it's going to be good knowing A, they're legitimate, and then two, far as value. So even though you may pay more on the front end when we sell them, it's going to be much better for you for an investment, knowing that they're already JSA or PSA certified. So the autographs will come soon, but it may be like 2 or 3 months if we send them to PSA. So if I may go ahead and let everybody know I'm sending off the autographs, and we'll have them back in like 2 or 3 months, unless we do something express, which we may, just so we can get them back faster. I've looked into that before. I sent off a Mickey Mantle baseball before and got it back in a week. It cost a lot more money, but I had to know. I sent off a really expensive Magic card one time too, overnight. It's like a $7,000 card, and I was like, man, we was trying to do a deal on it, and I had to get it back. You can get stuff back really fast, but you got to pay more for it. So that's what we're going to do with probably the high-end autographs. Now, I'll look at the John Lee Hooker. I think some of those aren't really, really expensive. Of course, Stevie Ray Vaughan, obviously highly collectible. He died at a young age. John Lee Hooker was around for a long time, signed a lot of stuff. But, and plus we want to be sure that they're real. Let's go over Van Halen one more time. The vinyl is pristine. So I'll definitely let everybody know when Stevie Ray Vaughan signatures are going up. But more importantly, if we have them authenticated, it will be a while. It won't be anytime next week. It probably won't be anytime in May if we do it kind of regular. Boy, this is a perfect copy. I don't see a flaw on it. I'm not joking. There's not a flaw with this record. The insert, the obi, the cover, the vinyl. This is really a top copy, John. So, all right. But probably the other autographs, we're going to look at them just like all the other autographs we've done before. We'll put them up for auction. I'll say, listen, this is authentic. If you ever have it authenticated and it comes back fake, I'll give you your money back. But I promise you it's real. We'll probably do that with all the other ones. Stevie, probably we're going to send it off. Keep on the Sunny Side, the Carter Family, $14.99. Keep on the Sunny Side, the Carter Family with Johnny Cash. Jefferson Airplane, Volunteers, $24.99. Jefferson Airplane, Volunteers, orange RCA label, $24.99. Who wants 10cc? $35 buy it now. 10cc is a $35 buy it now. Let's see. We have The Doors, Waiting for the Sun, $34.99. First track is Hello, I Love You, $34.99. The Doors, Hello, I Love You. The Rolling Stones. This is what Carol Puckett's been looking for. Carol, I hope you're on right now. Bright Lights, Big City, white vinyl. If he's not, then I've got somebody definitely looking for this. This is a 1989 Luxembourg pressing. Don't see too much stuff from Luxembourg. That's on white vinyl, $59.99. And I think Carol wants that if no one else does. Rolling Stones, Still Life, American Concert, 1981, $34.99. The Rolling Stone Still Life, $34.99. We have Best of Cream. Best of Cream is $34.99. Cream is a German pressing. Sunshine of Your Love, Badge, Crossroad, and White Room all on one side. Great stuff there. Van Halen, 84, 85, 87. Nobody wants 10cc. Only thing going back in the bin tonight, does anybody want to make an offer? 10cc. I was hoping we keep a streak of selling all of our Japanese pressings. Brent Rabley is going to get the Stones. That's sold to Brent Rabley. Please show the Doors label. I will do that right now. This is Waiting for the Sun. The Doors. Red Electra label. Red Electra label. Vinyl is really, really nice on that one. That's $34.99. Best of Cream 25. Heather Gallegos. Let me see and give it to Carol if he's looking for it. No. That is, no. Tag that for Brent. Let me message Carol. Brent, I'll clear that with him. It was one of those deals where he was like, do you still have it? And I was like, yes, but it's somewhere mixed in with the thousands. And he didn't really say, I'll take it. He was just really asking if I still have it. So, Brent, if you want it, I'll tell him you claimed it, and then we'll get a deal worked out between y'all two. Best of Cream, Heather, I will do $28 on this. It's a really nice copy. This is the first time I ever listened to Cream is when I put this record on. The cover was just, I was like, boy, what is, of course I knew what Cream was, but just such a weird cover. I'd listened to them before, but that was the first time on vinyl. I was like, what a weird cover. Chris DiLorenzo, let me know if you're in or out on Van Halen. Let me know if you're in or out on Van Halen. Heather said she'll take that for $28. We've hit a pocket of really good records here. Chris, I'll sell you the Doors for $30 if Ryan Anderson doesn't want it. If Ryan Anderson passes, there's some good records back here all of a sudden. By the way, we got 206 viewers. Everybody, this is the last show of the week. This is Saturday night. Last time to add to your order. I'm leaving in the morning to go look at another collection. We've already bought 2 amazing collections this week. All new stuff, all next week. And if I buy these tomorrow, it's going to take like a semi to move them. So we'll figure out what happens. I'll keep y'all updated for sure. And then, what else? There's other collections. We got like 10,000 in Kentucky to go look at. Another collection just popped up in South Carolina. Another collection in South Carolina, actually. So we'll be having new records for a long time. Calvin Ward, another $2 bump, and I'll say the Jimi Hendrix. This one's so nice and shrink wrap. I mean, it is a top copy. I'll say that for $30. It's a UK, that's why. I knew something was different about it. The vinyl's so much heavier. I'll do $30 on that one. Calvin Ward. Chris is out on Van Halen. Let's go ahead and sell that to John Leal for $87. He said deal, $30 on Hendrix, $87 for that. That's some good records going to new homes. All of a sudden, we've got a whole stack of Led Zeppelin 4s everywhere. I mean, this is, of course, it's the biggest selling album by Led Zeppelin by far. One of the biggest selling albums of all time. We get it in quite often. But everybody needs a copy in their collection. This is a nice one. I'm going to reduce it where we're definitely going to get it sold. This is a 77 specialty press. Very nice copy. 77 specialty press, which is a club. It's an RCA club. Original inner sleeve with, liner notes and, of course, the back. I know somebody has this framed, the lyrics of Stairway to Heaven. Very nice copy. I hope everybody has a copy of this. This is $25 start. Led Zeppelin 4, $25 start. Let me grab a new Japanese pressing. Sean doesn't have that in his collection. Now's a good time to change that. Loverboy, self-titled Loverboy. EX is the Z4. No, you're thinking about a new one. This is a that's a 77 club. Loverboy self-titled. EX on the vinyl. EX on the vinyl, $25 start. Cover, very nice of Obi, $25 start. That's our next two auctions. Not our first two. We've had a lot tonight. Back to the bot now, Ben. Bill Wyman from the Stones, Monkey Grip. Bill Wyman is $19.99. The Performance soundtrack, another Stones record, 74 UK, 1999, or at least Mick Jagger's in here. Does he do one of the songs? Yeah, he does Memo from Turner, 1999. 2 bids on Led Zeppelin, 25 and 25. Jim Engelman was in first. Matthew was second. Discotheques and his Sexolettes. Discotheques is $14.99. Bob Dylan, Real Live, $34.99. Not a fan of Led Zeppelin. Now that is the first time I've ever heard anybody say that. That's a first on Coletco. Not a fan of Led Zeppelin. You might be going to the band list. Keith Richards, $19.99. Keith Richards, Talk is Cheap. Now I have some people get on, they say, I don't like the Beatles. That's okay. But you cannot say you don't like Led Zeppelin. All right. Now my mother doesn't either, but that's an exception. Dean Martin is $9.99. Dean Martin, $9.99. Dean Martin, I take a lot of pride in what I am. $9.99. Several Dean Martins in there if anybody wants a bundle deal. Bob Dylan, Nashville Skyline, VG Plus, $24.99. Original label, VG Plus, $24.99. VG Plus, $24.99. Dan Triaga is at $25 on Loverboy. And no other bids on Led Zeppelin, it's at $25. Bob Dylan, New Morning, that's in shrink wrap, EX, $32.99. Bob Dylan, New Morning, EX, $32.99. Chris Christopherson, The Silver-Tongued Devil and I, EX, $12.99. EX, $12.99. Boz Scaggs, Silk Degrees, there's our nightly Boz Scaggs. VG, Lido Shuffle, $9.99. And the Rolling Stones, Made in the Shane. This is a great compilation. First Stones record I owned, I think. I think I bought this and High Tide and Green Grass at the same time at the flea market. And that was, It's Only Rock and Roll's on there. Tumbling Dice, Wild Horses. That's a VG Plus, $24.99. Okay. Let's see here. Just so everybody knows where we're at, we got a Loverboy self-titled Japanese pressing up for auction. We've got Dan Triaga at $25. Brent Rabley also bid $25. And then we've got a Led Zeppelin 4 over here up for auction. It's a 77 club. Brent Rabley bid $30 on Loverboy. Craig Johnson bid $30.45. So he's at $31 on Led Zeppelin. Craig's at $31 on Led Zeppelin. So high bid on Led Zeppelin's $31. Loverboy is at $30 with Brent Rabley. We got James claimed the Stones. Cody was second. Andy Wade was second. Cody was first. And Cody, I got your Zach Bryan pulled. We did that earlier in the show. James Rayner, if you want the Stones for $24.99, it's yours. And if you pass, it's sold to Cody O'Neill for a sticker. All right, let's see what we have here. Boz Scaggs was VG. Yeah, just VG. Shake a Leg, Bad Manners, Live and Loud, VG Plus, $14.99. David Bowie, John, I'm Only Dancing, VG Plus, $26.99. James said he will take it for sticker price. So just so everybody knows, Led Zeppelin is at $31 with Craig Johnson. Boy, these comments, I'm having hard to find them. Yeah, Craig Johnson. It's the LBs and the LZs. Craig's at $31. I'm also trying to lay these where y'all can see them, which is not, I don't have a good platform like I do up front. Jim's back in at $32, and Brent Rabley's at $30 on Loverboy, final call. Any Elton John. I've got hundreds of them, but you just kind of have to wait for them to pop up in the bins. They could be anywhere. Elton is hiding randomly throughout all these bins. You just got to wait for them. Wade in the Water, Ramsey Lewis is sealed for $19.99, but I have hundreds of Elton John albums. They're everywhere. Pink Floyd, Uma Guma, $49.99. Pink Floyd, Uma Guma. The Best of Buck Owens and Susan Rae, $9.99. 32 on Led Zeppelin, now 35, now 41. Buck Owens and his Buckaroo, Sweet Rosie Jones, $9.99. Buck Owens. Henry Gross, Plug Me Into Something, $9.99. Tommy Flowers, first on Buck Owens. Let me know if you want Buck and Susan or Sweet Rosie Jones. Austin Cauldron, first of the Bowie, John, I'm Only Dancing Single. That's sold to Austin. Jim's out on Led Zeppelin. High bid's 41. I've already showed Henry Gross. Let me show Little Jimmy Dickens sings Out Behind the Barn. $9.99 for Little Jimmy Dickens, Out Behind the Barn. Joe Eli, $9.99 for Joe Eli. And Stephen Bishop, $9.99. Red Cab to Manhattan, $9.99. Tommy Flowers wants both Buck Owens. Shocker. That's sold to Tommy Flowers. Loverboy is sold to Brent Rabley for $30. Condition of Pink Floyd. Brandon, this is in tip-top Porter Wagner condition. It is pristine. I don't think anybody's played it. It couldn't get any nicer. You agree, Tanner?
Yeah, like they just pressed it.
Just like it just came off the press. Brandon, I wish you still lived here because I need some construction done. We've got a great guy helping us. We're just having him drive all over the country hauling these records back. And we need like 3 walls tore down, 2 walls put up. We need like a demolition. We need an overnight demolition crew to come in here. And I know you probably would be great for it. Man, Monday and Tuesday. The store, by the way, the store is probably going to be closed Monday and Tuesday. We're going to have to we got to tear down the walls, okay? It's going to be like Berlin in here. I mean, we've got to, walls are coming down everywhere. All right, let's see here. Back to the top. Also, Ken Frazier asked if this was a Gigi. It's not a Gigi. It's sold to Brandon Sanders. Ken, technically, you've got dibs on it, but if you don't want it, that's sold to Brandon. Cody O'Neill wants the Joe Eli. Let me find the Joe Eli. What happened to Joe Eli? That's right there. That's sold to Cody O'Neill. Alan Totten wants the Jimmy Dickens. And Autumn's out on Led Zeppelin. High bid on Led Zeppelin. Final call, actually, no one else has bid since Craig bid $41. $41 on Led Zeppelin, 77 Club. Final call. Stephen Bishop, Red Cab to Manhattan. That is $9.99. Roy Acuff, Volume 2, Greatest Hits, $9.99. Corky Siegel, $9.99. And Judy Collins, The Best Of, $9.99. Ken offered $55 for Floyd and Fleetwood. Well, I've already got Fleetwood Mac's Pink Floyd's already sold for $50. You've got dibs if you want that for $50, but Fleetwood Mac would be $20. So I would need $70 for both of them. But that's up to you. Fleetwood Mac, and I have another Pink Floyd. We showed one earlier in the high-end bin. So if something doesn't work out with that one, Brandon, I just showed one earlier. I've got 2 or 3 of those, actually. And Craig Johnson gets the Led Zeppelin for $41. All right, so here's what's left in this crate. He said, okay. So I guess we need to change those to $70. There's another Pink Floyd Umaguma we showed in the high-end crate. We can pull that one for Brandon. I've got another one of those. Ken's going to get that one. He asked right before you. You missed the high-end band, Brandon, yes, and there was another Pink Floyd in there. So sell that one for $20. Keep that one sticker. Sell that to $20 to Ken, and then Brandon, I got another Umaguma for you. Okay, so here's what's left. Judy Collins, Corky Siegel, Roy Acuff, Stephen Bishop, Henry Gross, Ramsey Lewis. This was called Bad Manners. Live and Loud, Boz Skaggs. If you want prices, let me know. As you see, we got plenty more to go through here tonight. Look, there's the next 2 bins. There's the next 2 bins. There's the next 2 bins. That's a lot of records too. So, and we'll probably either take a break at 10 or 10:30. I'm not for sure. Whatever time I can get the Sonic to get me a Diet Cherry Limeade. Chris Christopherson. Bob, that's not Bob Seger. That's Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan. Can't believe no one's got that. Nashville Skyline on the original label. VG+. Dean Martin. Keith Richards. Bob Dylan again. Real Live. Discotheques. The Performance soundtrack. Bill Wyman. The Rolling Stones. Jefferson Airplane. The Carter Family with Johnny Cash. The Rolling Stones 12-inch single. Bee Gees. Leo Sayer was sealed. Another Dylan. Who wants a blowout Dylan bundle? Just First one to ask will get first opportunity on the price before I start compiling them. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Bob Dylan, Historical Archives Volume 2, Historical Archives Volume 1, a beautiful smash hits, like unplayed. It's probably a reissue. It is a reissue, not a new one, but is this a UK too? No, it's a US. It's very nice though. Chuck Mangione, Bob Dylan again, Eric Clapton at his best. Bob Dylan, All Hallows Eve. That's an unofficial, $129.99 on that one. And Dean Martin. So Brent asked price on Dylan. Which one, Brent? Which one on Dylan? I was first. I get the nice one. That's true, Ken. You was first. I think I just saw bigger than life Porter Wagner. That is sold out. Porter Wagner is sold out for tonight. Nashville Skyline. James Raynard wants the first Stones. The first Stones that was in here. Let me make sure I do this right. The first Stones was, well, there's the Performance soundtrack. Let me make sure. The Stones albums, we have the Performance soundtrack, technically, but it's Bill Wyman. And then I've got Still Life. And then I've got Miss You. Let me know specifically on that one, James Rayner. Let's see. How much on the Rolling Stones Miss You? That was $29.99. $29.99. And Craig wants to know the Bad Manners price. Bad Manners was VG Plus $14.99. We have an offer already on Nashville Skyline, but Brent asked for the bundle price. And he was actually the first one to ask price on Dylan. So I got to give him a bundle price. So there's a timeout on all the Dylan albums right now. And James Rayner's Still Life was $34.99. Tracy Bill Wyman was $19.99. And Still Life was $34.99. A lot to figure out there. But we can go ahead and sell Craig Bad Manners for $10. Now all the Dylans, we've got New Morning, Nashville Skyline, which we've already got a $20 offer on, Real Life, and then Allen, the Discotheques is $14.99. $14.99 on that. The other Dylans were Shot of Love, Historical Archives, and then I've got the pricier bootleg, also Slow Train Coming. There's a bunch in here. And All Hallows Eve. All right. Let's see here. 20, 40, 65, 70, 80, 105, and 130. $130 for the Dylans. And that was 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, $52 off. $52 off. Wow. $8 on Judy Collins, Craig. $8 on Judy Collins if you want that. We're going to sell Bill Wyman. Did I leave one out? Hold on a second. Oh, I did. I left two more out. Hold on a second. Bill Wyman, $15. Tracy McFadden. I think I added everything. Yeah, I left out Slow Train Coming in this one. Hold on a second. So we was at 130, so 150. And if you're doing all those for 150, I'll do $30 off this one. Make that one 100. So that is 250. 250. So I'm doing $30 off this boot. The rest of them are 150. 100 for that, 250. Craig Weatherford, let me know if you want the Judy Collins for 8. And did I miss anything else? Who asked about the Stones? James Rayner. James Rayner, I'll do 28. I'll do 28 on the Stones Still Life. It's a really nice copy. Alan said 10 on Discotheques. We'll do that for 10. $5 off. Of course, Bill Wyman was sold to Tracy for 15. And that's, Craig said passed on that. He would have charged me $400 for those. Yeah, Brandon gets charged a premium. Craig passed on Judy Collins. And James said sold on the Stones for $28. No man left behind, Craig. Or in this case, no woman. $6. $6. I'm just asking one. I'm asking you tonight. It's like an infomercial. I'm asking you tonight, please, just $1 more, and I will sell that to you. Craig says he'll take it for $6. All right. Invoice was canceled for Michael Hackett. Who's canceling? Seth up there canceling Michael Hackett's invoices? Michael has to come here and pay and pick those up. He's up there going through Michael's records right now. I've told Seth this 100 times. When we've got, Michael wants to come here and pick those up. Brent Rabley passes on the Dillon bundle. If anybody else wants those, let me know. They're all available. So we had a $20 offer on Nashville Sky. Actually, we had a $20 offer on that with Chris DiLorenzo. That sold for $20 to Chris DiLorenzo. So that one sold. Anybody else on any of the Dillon albums, they're all available now. Jason Dobbs said $20 on Miss You. Also, did Seth clear canceling invoices? He just jumps over all the chains of command, doesn't he? Yeah. We're going to sell this for $22 if he wants it. Miss You. We'll see if he wants it for $22. Okay. Can you show the Led Zeppelin on the front of bin? Yeah. We had a Led Zeppelin here. It's an EX copy for $42.99. This is Led Zeppelin 4. It's a 5-digit reissue. Porky and the Dead Wax. And that is $42.99. EX. $42.99. All right. And we'll see if Jason wants that for $22. Hopefully he says yes. Let me jump over one more other bin. He said, sure, I'll take it for $22. All right, let's go through this one here. I think this one has some great records in it too. These are all buy it now, best offer. I'll put up some new Japanese pressings in just a second. Jim offered $35 for Led Zeppelin. I'll sell that to you for $38. We just sold a very similar one at auction for $41. It was no condition notes on that one, but this is not a club pressing. That's $38 if you want it. Michael coming to pick up his records. Loggins and Messina, so fine. $9.99. Loggins and Messina, so fine. That's $9.99. Niles Lofgren is $14.99. Neil Hefty, Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau, $19.99. Neil Hefty, which is the music from Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau, I think, were the actors. Neil Hefty doing the soundtrack on that. Jim Engelman said sold $38 on Led Zeppelin. The Owl and the Pussycat, Barbra Streisand, George Segal, music performed by Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That is $19.99. $19.99. Experiment in Terra, music by Henry Mancini. $19.99 on that. Anastasia, music from the original soundtrack. $34.99. Mathau. What did I say? Walter Matthau. Walter Matthau. Okay, everybody take a deep breath. Goodness gracious. Gregory Peck as MacArthur. That is sealed. $24.99. The MacArthur soundtrack sealed. $24.99. The Clown and the Kids. Sealed. 1968. $24.99. Gone with the Wind. Original soundtrack by Max Steiner. $19.99. Gone with the Wind. $19.99. Chariots of Fire. Music by Vangelis. $9.99. Soundtrack to Triple Cross. $14.99. Aretha, the Pink Cadillac Mix. Freeway of Love. $14.99. Robert Plant, Shaken and Stirred. Robert Plant is $19.99. Robert Plant, $19.99. Simon and Garfunkel, the concert in Central Park. That has the booklet with it too. $24.99. The Doors, Soft Parade. That's a 69 Terre Haute press. 69 Terre Haute press, $49.99. $49.99. Paul Simon, still crazy after all these years, $19.99. Doc Smith offered 9 on Aretha. That sold to Doc Smith for $9. Jackie Reynolds says Robert Plant, $13.99. Boy, I don't like that price. I don't do 13s. I'll do $15.99. $15.99. Best of Leon, $17.99. That's Leon Russell. Bill Black's Record Hop, that is $19.99. Bill Black's Record Hop. Best of Bee Gees is $19.99. Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel. Steve Harley is $14.99. Metamorphoses, the Rolling Stones, that is $34.99. Metamorphoses, the Rolling Stones, that's a German pressing, $34.99. Jackie said okay to $15.99 on that. These are all buy it now, best offer if you're just hopping on. New electronic music from leaders of avant-garde. John Cage, Variations 2, Henry something and something something. That is $29.99. The name started getting a little bit too difficult for me. Very clean, $29.99. The Masked Marauders, $24.99. The Masked Marauders, $24.99. When the Boys Meet the Girls, original soundtrack recording, $19.99. Dan Fogelberg and Tim Weisberg is $9.99. Dan Fogelberg and Tim Weisberg, $9.99. Song Cycle, Van Dyke Parks. Song Cycle, Van Dyke Parks, 1968. The cover does have some seam splits. $34.99, Green Warner Brothers label. Robert Plant is already sold. That was sold to Jackie Reynolds for $15.99. Bobby Caldwell, this is $74.99. What you won't do for love. That is the first heart-shaped red vinyl hit. Two-sided, 45 RPM. That is $74.99. Ryan Anderson, The Doors, $35. Ryan Anderson, The Doors. I'll sell that to you for $40 if you want the Soft Parade. Very clean on the vinyl. $40 if you want that. Black Yoo-Hoo-Roo, Darkness, $19.99. That's a 12 or 10-inch single. Darkness, Dubness, and Dub of Ellington. Texas Comp, $24.99. Number 54 is $650. Mind and Eye, Texas Comp, Mind and Eye, $24.99. Jeff McMaster wants the Black Yoo-Hoo-Roo. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. The Astronauts, Kata, Koshai. No. That is $14.99. I have no idea on that. Jimmy Cliff in concert, the best of Jimmy Cliff, $24.99. Delbert McClinton, Playing from the Heart. Delbert McClinton is $14.99. John Butcher, Wishes. John Butcher is $14.99. The B-Boys, Stick Up Kid, Girls, and the B-Boys, Stick Up Kid, that is $9.99. Metamorphoses, let's see here. Metamorphoses, this will be $28, Derek Clark. $28 on that. Best price on Mancini. I didn't know I had a Mancini, unless that was one of those soundtracks from earlier. If Bobby Caldwell was 50, I'll take it. How does 55 sound? Doc, how does 55 sound? Let me see what we had here. Was that one of the soundtracks from earlier? Henry Mancini? Yeah. I'll do $15 on that. I'll do $15 on that. Brent Rabley, Van Dyke, $25. Let's see here. Sell that to Brent Rabley for $25. Paul McCartney, Venus and Mars, $24.99. Paul McCartney, Venus and Mars. That is $24.99. Tyrone Power reading Byron. This always looks like it's a new record, but it's not. It's actually something kind of older and shrink wrap. $14.99. Chris Ferrari gets the Mancini Experiment in Terror soundtrack for $15. Wes Montgomery, the incredible jazz guitar of Wes Montgomery. That is sealed, $39.99. And Doc said sold on the Bobby Caldwell for 55. Cool record there. That shows the Doc for 55. Grover Washington Jr. Inside Moves, $9.99. Jeff is second on Bobby Caldwell. Ice Castle soundtrack, $19.99 on Ice Castles, Marvin Hamlish. Stephen Steele's is $19.99. Chris Ferrara on Wes Montgomery, that's sold to Chris Ferrara. My Maria, B.W. Stevenson, My Maria is $14.99. Bob Dylan, Infidels, $34.99. Little River Band, Diamantina Cocktail, $9.99. Another one, $9.99. Ricky Skaggs, Country Boy, $14.99. Brian C. wants the Ice Castles. We don't have a Japanese auction going. Let me change that. I think we've sold all the Van Halens. Let me do, we've no bid on 10cc. Let me see what else I got here. Rod Stewart, Commodores, Earth, Wind & Fire, Manhattan Transfer, Toto, and, Elvis Moody Blue. Now that's interesting. It's on black vinyl. One of the few times you can see that. Let's do Toto Hydra. Toto Hydra, let's see. It has a seam tear. Is that on the cover or the Obi? See what's going on here. Oh, right here. It has a seam crackle at the top. Very nice. $35 start. $35 start. Toto Hydra is near mint and pristine. Other than that, very nice copy. That's a $35 start. And we have Elvis Moody Blue. Elvis Moody Blue, black vinyl with Obi. Very cool. Has a memorial strip on it. January 8th, 1935. August 16th, 1977. Moody Blue, his last studio album. That's black vinyl. $35 start. So $35 start on those. Steve Henry on Little River Band. That's sold to Steve Henry. Little River Band. You have a band of Meet the Beatles to right in front. Are you going to go through that one? Yes, I've got this one to do, and I've got that one to do, and then we're going to work our way over here. If we don't have this one done, I'm either going to take a break after this one, or I'm going to go through this one and then pause. But I've got to take a pause for some Sonic beverages in just a second. My head's starting to swim. ZZ Top, El Loco, EX copy, $32.99. EX copy, $32.99 on ZZ Top El Loco. These are all buy it now best offer. So John, yes, at some point we'll get to those. We're going to go through these, and these. I've got technically 5 more bins to go through. Kelly says she'll take ZZ Top. That's that sticker. Of course, Steve Henry got the Little River Band. We had a couple questions for some new YouTube viewers. Any punk records? Yes. They could randomly pop up. Some nights we do punk nights. Yeah, Tanner's standing in front of a whole bin of punk records. We do those on certain nights when we buy collections. Are you guys open tomorrow? Yes, we're open 12 to 5. Mr. Ed will be here. There's a good chance we're not open Monday and Tuesday. I will let y'all know by Sunday. It depends on what I do in Milwaukee tomorrow and how much construction we plan on doing here. But we've got to do some demolition here in the store and just we got to move our shipping department and we got to move records and just customers. Those racks we put y'all's records on, if customers can get in here, not y'all, but people who don't know what we do, they just know we sell records, they show up and they see those. If they can get their hands into those racks, man, we've had people try to come over the counter before and dig through sold records and pull stuff out and try to buy it. And we're like, hey, that stuff's not for sale. But if there's a record and somebody can reach for it, they will. So we have to close the store, put up caution tape, and keep everybody out while we do some transitions in here. So that's what we're doing there. Bands on. I don't actually think that's a Texas comp. Let me get to that and I'll show it. Does Venus and Mars have posters and stickers? Let me get to that and let me go through this. Of course, Ryan, you were second on the bundle question. She already got ZZ Top. If you still want the doors, let me know. Here's what's left in here. We have Loggins and Messina, So Fine. Niles Lofgren. We sold an outfield last night. We sold outfield Voices of Babylon last night. The Odd Couple soundtrack, The Odd Couple. The Owl and the Pussycat soundtrack, Anastasia soundtrack, MacArthur soundtrack, The Clown and the Kid soundtrack, Gone with the Wind soundtrack, Chariots of Fire soundtrack, Triple Cross soundtrack, Simon and Garfunkel in Central Park, Paul Simon, Leon Russell, Bill Black's Record Hop, Best of Bee Gees, Steve Harley, the new electronic music, The Masked Marauders, When the Boys Meet the Girls, Dan Fogelberg, Texas Comp. Yeah, I don't think this is actually a Texas Comp. I think this is a Texas compilation. Mark's Dreams, Fish Eyes. No, maybe it is a comp. This album is dedicated to our friends. Twin Freaks, Burning Daylight, Texas Fog Society, Scared Seeds, Mark's Dream, Burning Rain, Fish Eye Lens, Burning Rain, The Other Side, The Underneath. I guess those are artists. Lithium Xmas, Halo of Flies. They're all different people. Those have got to have been bands. But that's hand numbered on the front, 54-650. That's called Texas Comp, and that's $24.99. We left it in it's a weird shaped jacket. It's a little bit taller than most, I think. $24.99. What's on Delbert? Let me get to that one. And can I see the Boys Meet Girls cover clean? When the Boys Meet the Girls, Connie Francis, Sam the Sham, Liberace, Louis Armstrong, and of course Herman's Hermits. Herman's Hermits did like 5 movie soundtracks. High bid on Elvis is $45 with now $46 with Tracy. We got Elvis Moody Blue up for auction, $46 on that. Black vinyl. I think Japanese, they didn't make them on blue. We have Odd Couple, Al and Pussycat, MacArthur, and When Boys, $40 on those. Terry Westwood. Let me see if Larry Smith wants this first. If not, Terry, I'll work with you on that. Let me find Delbert McClinton. Let me keep reading them, though. The Astronauts, Jimmy Cliff, Delbert McClinton. This does not have what you're looking for on it. But I will read you the tracks. Be Good to Yourself, A Fool in Love, Heartbreak Radio, I've Got Dreams to Remember, In the Midnight Hour, I Want to Thank You Baby, Sandy Beaches, Lipstick Traces, I Feel So Bad, and Rooster Blues. This does not have Hey Baby. That does not have Hey Baby on it. That's what I was looking for. Not on that one. That's on a much earlier album. Let's see. Odd Couple. Let me pull all these Terry wanted. Odd Couple. He wants all the soundtrack bundles. Let me go back a few. Let's see. That was... there's MacArthur. Odd Couple as well. And when people ask the tracks on some things, I already know what it is. Let's see here. Terry, you're at 40. I'm at 50. I'll sell you all those obscurity soundtracks for $50 if you want them. $10 more than what you offered, and that's still quite a bit off sticker. Speaking of 50, Elvis just hit 50 with Tracy McFadden. John Butcher, the B-Boys single, The Stones, Metamorphosis. Let's see here. Venus and Mars has the original inner sleeve. I see posters. Hop sticker, of course. 1 poster, 2 poster, unless the stickers are hiding somewhere down in here. No stickers, but it has the original inner sleeve. It doesn't have the moon. It doesn't have the moon phases or stickers. 2 posters, nice cover, and that was just $24.99. Paul McCartney and Wings. Scott, let me know if you're in or out on Elvis. Sean offered $15 for the Texas Comp. Sean, I will split that with you and sell that to you for $20 on the Texas Comp, Punk Texas Comp. Terry Westwood sold all 4 of these for $50. All 4 of those sold for $50. Tyrone Power reads Byron. That was $14.99. Grover Washington Jr., Stephen Stills, My Maria, Bob Dylan, Ricky Skaggs, and Little River Band. Those are all still available. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move these over so I can move these up, and I can go through them a lot easier. That's kind of a hard reach back there, and y'all can see them a little bit better. If anybody else wants to make an offer on anything else in that crate, as we can tell, we're moving some records. Let me move these up front here, and we'll go through one more bin of Buy It Now Best Offer. If I don't drop these, I grab too many. Try to be a little bit more delicate with these. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We've got Grand Funk Shine On, still with the 3D glasses. The 3D glasses have not been, well, they're almost punched out. Almost. They're kind of punched in, but they're not punched out. Grand Funk, $39.99. Closer to it, Brian Auger, $19.99. Scott Corcoran, let me know if you're out on Elvis at $50. If you're out, then we're going to sell that to Tracy. And let's go make, let's sell Toto, or let's make Toto a buy it now for $35. Toto is a $35 buy it now if anybody wants in on Toto Hydra. $35 buy it now. Brian C. wants the Grand Funk. That's sold to Brian C. Toto's a $35 buy it now. Brian Auger. We have Tommy Bolin, Private Eyes, $19.99. These are all buy it now best offer. Speaking of buy it now, Autumn Betts wants Toto. That's a $35 buy it now. Got Live if you want it. The Rolling Stones, $34.99. Steve Morse Band, Stand Up, $14.99. River City Street Band, that is $9.99. John Butcher Axes, Store at the Sun. This is $19.99. John Butcher Axes, the store, Stare at the Sun, not the store. That would be a hot store. Stare at the Sun. This is Bobby Darin, I believe it is. Earthy, folk songs by Bobby Darin, 1963 mono, $24.99. Sammy Davis Jr. in Stop the World, $9.99. The Rolling Stones, Tattoo You. The Rolling Stones is $34.99. Tattoo You, $34.99 for the Rolling Stones Tattoo You. Steve Morse Band sold to Steve Henry. Isn't there a Steve Henry band too? Okay, I've lost connection with Scott. That means we've got to go ahead and sell that to Tracy McFadden for $50. Tracy, Elvis is yours for $50. Bob Dylan, self-portrait. A 1970 press, $44.99 for Bob Dylan self-portrait. Bob Dylan, John Wesley Harding, a 1967 Santa Maria press, $44.99. Jonathan Edwards, rocking chair, $14.99 for Jonathan Edwards. Calico is $19.99. Arcana, House on Fire picture disc. Oh, that's the bat from Batman and Robin. That is $19.99. That would look better like that. $19.99 on that. Eagles, the long run, $24.99 on the Eagles, the long run. Another Doors soft parade. This is a 79 press, $34.99. The Doors soft parade. That's a 79 AR press, $34.99. Gary U.S. Bonds, dedication, $9.99. Newport in New York, 72, volumes 1 and 2. Volumes 1 and 2, $24.99. All-star lineup on that. Automatic Man is $19.99. Automatic Man, $19.99. Sweetwater, $19.99. Some nice watermelon on there. The Jeremy Spencer Band, Flea, $19.99 on Jeremy Spencer Band. The Jam, To Be Someone, English Rose, and Mr. Clean, 3-track 12-inch promo from The Jam, $29.99. And the Rolling Stones, Black and Blue, that is $34.99. Tracks on the Eagles. Newport, New York at $20. Any rap. Very few rap records in these bins. Those are usually instantly gone. Rap, if we have any kind of rap, new, sells really well too, but anything original, any kind of early rap, it's all sold. It's all gone. We got people ready, their thumbs are ready to type, or fingers, or whatever you're typing with. The Eagles has The Long Run, I Can't Tell You Why, In the City, The Disco Strangler, King of Hollywood, Heartache Tonight, Those Shoes, Teenage Jail, The Greeks Don't Want No Freaks, and Sad Cafe. I don't know if there's too many bad Eagles albums. Doc offered $20 for Newport, New York. Sell that to him for $20. Sean Kelly, Jam, no condition notes on that. It was EX Plus Near Mint Minus. EX Plus Near Mint Minus. Near Mint Minus. Very nice copy. There was the Stones again. These are all buy it now best offer. More Creedence Gold, $34.99. Sean, we will have some new sealed Tribe Called Quest Monday or Tuesday. We'll have those Monday or Tuesday. Sean Kelly gets the Jam for $25. That's sold to Sean Kelly. Yes Songs, Triple LP Live, $39.99 for Yes Songs. Eric Clapton, Rockin' on the Road, featuring Jack Bruce and Ginger Baker, which is Cream. Historic in Concert Series, $34.99. The Cream, The Story of the Cream, Volume 2, $34.99. The Mothers of Invention, absolutely free, $64.99. The Mothers of Invention, $64.99. Blue Verve label. The Best of the Mothers, Mother Mania, $64.99 on that one. Tim Weisberg, the tip of the Weisberg. This is a Nautilus audiophile disc, $19.99 on Tim Weisberg. The live Rolling Stones from Honolulu, 1966. Honolulu live Rolling Stones, 1988 Italian pressing, $39.99 for Stones. That's pretty cool. Let's see. We've got The Deadly Affair, original soundtrack album of The Deadly Affair. That is $39.99. Liza Minnelli and Robert De Niro in the movie New York, New York. This is the motion picture score. It is sealed. It's got a double punch hole in it. $24.99. Rick Springfield, Success Hadn't Spoiled Me Yet. $14.99. Seals and Croft, Unborn Child. $9.99. Yes, Going for the One. That's a VG copy. $9.99. Daniel Cody wants the Tim Weisberg. So that's Daniel Cody. Sean says 3 hours and 15 minutes, but he finally sold or spent some English pounds. Did you go to the coronation today? Yes, Going for the One is sold to Craig Johnson. Journey, John Simon. Journey, John Simon. Not Journey. That's the name of the album. John Simon is a VG Plus $24.99. It has the poster. Rich Bernstein offered 10 for Rick Springfield. Sell that to Rick. Chris Farrar wants G-O-R. G-O-R. What was G-O-R? G-O-R. G-O-R. Let's see. Emily said 24 yes. I think you're talking about Yes songs, right? That would be $35 if you want that. And Crosby, Stills, and Nash, EX, $29.99. And Mutant Cats from Hell, VG copy, $34.99. Chris, let me know what GOR was. Rick Springfield sold. Best for Clapton and Cream. I think, are you talking about both of them? These two that were right here. I'll do, see, 35, let's see, 30 and 30, 60. I'll do 55 on both of them. 55 on both of them. So I already have a copy of Gord's Gold. We had one the other night. I bet there's one in one of these bins around here, but I don't know. I think my mom flipped through everything, or a lot of stuff back here. She pulled out 2 or 3 Gordon Lightfoots, but I don't think there was a Gord's Gold. We had one. Yeah, there's a couple behind the counter. Kelly gets both of those for 55. One more run through for these. Mutant Cats from Hell, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, John Simon, Seals and Croft, New York, New York soundtrack. Deadly Affair, The Rolling Stones, Mothers Free, this one right here, sell that to Ryan Anderson for 50. We have the Best of the Mothers. Yes songs, I said 35 on that if anybody wants it. More Creedence Gold. Rolling Stones. Jeremy Spencer Band. Sweetwater, Automatic Man. Gary U.S. Bonds. The Doors, The Eagles. The Batman picture disc, which was from Arcarna, House on Fire. Batman and Robin. Calico, Jonathan Edwards. Bob Dylan. The Stones, Sammy Davis Jr., Bobby Darin. John Butcher Axis, River City Street Band, the Rolling Stones Got Live If You Want It, Tommy Bolin, and Brian Auger. Sorry, those are slipping around. John Ambrosic, I will do 20 on the Eagles. I hate to start selling those for less than 20, the nice copies. 20 on those. 20 on those if you're interested. Stones Honolulu sale. It's still available, Brent Rabley. It is still available. It is still available. Let's see. Let's see here. I think it's an OG 70. John Ambrosius said sold on that for $20. Mutant Cats is a VG copy, $34.99. And the Dylan, I believe, we got it tagged as a 70. I think the last time we had one of these, I don't think it was this one, but I was like, it's a repress label because I thought it came out as a 2i, and then we realized that that was the first label. But John has ran the matrix, and he came back with a 1970. We got $44.99 on that. Very clean, and it is a textured cover. It is a textured cover. Stones Honolulu, 28. Let me find that. Sell that to Brent Rabley for $28. One more try. Doors in previous bin, $35. Doors in previous bin, $35. I'm assuming you're talking about the Soft Parade, right? $35. Go ahead and sell that to Ryan Anderson. Brent got the Stones for $28. Do you know if you have any? I have not seen any other Jam records. Andy record, how much? Closer to the end. Andy, this was Tommy Bolin, Rolling Stones, River City Street Band, John Butcher, Bobby Darin, Sammy Davis Jr., the Stones, Bob Dylan, Jonathan Edwards, Calico. I'm not seeing anything with that title in it. Andy record. Tommy. Oh, Tommy Bolin. Tommy Bolin is Private Eyes. That is $19.99. $19.99. $20 to John Ambrosic. Yeah. All right. We're going to take a pause. Let me show you what else is coming up. I've got two more. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4 more bins to go through. More stuff. Buy it now. Best offer. Looks like these are going to be great titles, and these are going to be great titles. These probably are too. I see some Richie Havens. We sold 2 or 3 of those the other night. Sinatra, Keith Moon, Elton John, Steel Pulse is over there. How did that not sell originally? So that's what we're going to do when we come back. We're going to go through some more. Terry, I will sell you the Batman picture disc for $20. I was waiting for somebody to make an offer on that. That came from the one of the Texas collections. Nothing new tonight. No, we'll start back with new stuff on Monday, and there will be a lot of it. Like I said, and I'm going to fly out in the morning to Milwaukee. I'm going to look at a collection. I won't be able to move it tomorrow. I'm just really going to scout. If we do a deal, hopefully we can start moving it as soon as Monday when they get up there, if they leave early enough. But boy, we got a lot of collections coming through. Any Grateful Dead? We had a couple last night. I got a copy of American Beauty that didn't sell, and I think that's it. But we sold 2 or 3 Grateful Deads last night. But new vintage arrivals will start back on Monday. Tonight we're going to keep going through this. We're going to keep going through this stuff tonight. Buy now, best offer, and we'll be back at 10 o'clock doing that. So if you're watching, come back and find us at 10 o'clock. We'll be back here live on Facebook and YouTube. I'm going to go get a cherry limeade and, I don't know, maybe something else. So that's what we're going to do. We'll be back here in the back. All buy now, best offer, maybe some half off, but that's what we'll do in about 11 o'clock. What'd you say, Tanner? Okay. All right, see everybody at 11 o'clock.